Well. There we go. Let's make sure. Boom. Let's make sure it's in the playlist. Yo. Don't think it's saved. Okay. Jesus. Yo, Escape, what's up, buddy? Hope you are doing well. Appreciate you. Make sure you smack the like button, subscribe, bro. Finally figured out how to draw a perfect circle. Yo, what's up, Tan? What's up, Tan Max? We are here. Cole, what is up, buddy? Denise, I just seen your comment. I finally learned how to draw a perfect circle. I never knew how to do that. I'm sorry, I'm a little mental. Appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you. Let's see what we can get. What's your favorite Pokemon? I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I actually growing up was more of a Digimon guy. John, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you. You did some study on my parlays, which I told you to. Are you talking about Miller? Yeah, all my videos are out. I talked about them. I love Digimon. Yeah, I always like Digimon more than fucking Pokemon. I mean, no disrespect to Pokemon. I'm just saying, you know. Ooh, this one's even better. Okay. Let's try this. Dyer and Bruno, both of them are really trash. Yeah, it sucks too because like Dyer looked really good coming out of the Contender Series, really good. And yeah, he has not been that good. Bruno Lopez, he never looked good. So let's see. Can all UFC predictions again? If by chance Perry Punch goes live tonight, we will be talking to him as well. I'm definitely in the mood to do that for sure. Um, I only like the Pokemon games, not much on the show, or the cards never really mess with Digimon. Fair enough. Cole, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Appreciate you guys so much being here. Thank you. Give me the quick parlay with exact winning methods, 3-legger. I'll tell you. Exact. You're picking a really hard card to do exacts. Grew up on Pokemon, but Digimon was better. Ooh, okay, fair enough. Let's see. Um, okay. Steven Asplin, Guillermo, whatever, Pat, inside the distance. Dyer versus Bruno Lopez, inside the distance. And let's do. Mm, let's do the main event under 3.5 rounds. I remember always watching the one where the kid has that red dinosaur thing and keeps it in his home. That one was super nostalgic. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Wow, I haven't thought about that in forever. Hopefully that's okay, Matrix. Kind of started to like UFC 330. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. The lineup looks weird because they're missing some fights, but they'll get it all figured out. They'll get it all figured out. Again, hopefully that was good enough. Matrix, you put me on the spot on that one. Um, yeah, this is a really hard card to say like this is what's gonna happen. It just is. Let me see. Oh gosh, I don't like that thumbnail even a little bit. Should be good here. Now I gotta put it to the freaking thing. Oops, weirdo. I didn't even see what he said. Jesus. You are a perfect analyst. You are too good, man. I appreciate you, Escape. Bruno is so chinny. Yeah, that's my problem. Solid. Appreciate you. I try to. It's really hard with these weirder cards to do exact because there's so many things that could happen. Like Bruno Lopez by submission could happen. Deer, it could be a TKO win. We just don't really know. Digimon was the best. Hell yeah, my name is Ben. I like your cap. Thank you so much. You think Hamzat and Strickland would fight again? I think they would fight each other. I just don't know if that fight's gonna happen because Hamza said he's moving up, and then he said he wants to fight Strickland. I don't know. I don't know. So try not to think about if it'll happen because Hamzat's so untrustworthy and he's unreliable. Hi, where are you from? U.S. U.S. of Indiana. Maybe a rematch at light heavyweight would be solid. Yes. But I don't think Sean would ever go up to light heavyweight unless it just started becoming a problem to make the weight that he's at now. I don't know. That'd be interesting if they both moved up. Yo, Los, what's up, buddy? What do you mean, oh no? What do you mean, oh no? What do you mean? I want to see Asplin get it done by KO, TKO this weekend. Dude, if how's US? Incredible. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Coleman, Cole, sorry. If Thomas Peterson can hurt him and almost finish him, he absolutely can. Hi, bro. What's up? The only thing I worry about is Pat. Pat is faster than Steven. I'm a little worried with that, but yeah. Yo, Spring, what's up? Did you once say that MVP would beat middleweight Alex? Yes. I can't believe it. Can't believe what? I'm so confused. Oh, are you talking about Allen? Mm, Gosh. What are my interests? Um, I mean, I'm providing, for the kids and all that, and you know, and then about the only hobby that I have, what I'm not helping my wife because she does mainly the work, but when I'm not helping her, it's fights. I like movies, TV shows. Gene is back. Hell yeah. I wish it was against an actual good opponent, but yeah. Did you watch Tough? I did watch Tough. There was a fighter named Muhammad Ali Ashbali. He is really stout. He is from, yes, he is good. I do like him. I think MVP would KO him. Alex gets hit too much. I agree. I think there's ways Alex could beat MVP with like leg kicks and stuff, but I think, yeah, I think MVP would win. How much am I slamming on Quinlan? Well, the fight's weird because I think if Quinlan wins, it's in the first 3 rounds. That's what I think. Can you shout out my name? It's no. I'm good. I'm good. Mm. Yeah, I like the season of Tough. I've actually went back and just really recently just watched the Ultimate Fighter live season with like James Vick, um, Ale Quenta, Michael Chiesa, all those fighters. What a season! I wish they would do that. Like there, have more fighters than they prepare for, so they all fight to get in the house. I love that system. What do you guys think about Indians? No, what? Thinking 2030? Jesus, Los. Sup, man? Hope all is well. It's all right. I want to get your opinion on the new updates on YouTube. See policies saying you're not allowed to wear hats backwards in videos anymore. I mean, that's just not true, but okay. Just not true. Who do you have, Sutherland or Montana? That's a rough one to call. I'm honoring with Montana just by his topology profile. Yeah, I have him winning. I don't trust Louis. His only win is tied to Avasa, who's bad. It's a bad fight. It's a bad fight. I have Montana winning, but who knows? My bad. I kind of Shen. You're good. Even more on Gene. Yeah, I think she definitely could do room, but if she wins, it's by submission. I think, of course, this fight could go the distance, but like if she finishes, obviously it's by submission. If Lemos gets a finish, it's by KO. Uh, I think Lemos is gonna be the stronger fighter, but It's such a weird fight. Did you watch my Contender Series fight live? I'm going to when it comes back. I did not because it's not on yet. You play video games? I do not. I cannot. Video games are dookie. Okay. Who is gonna stop Quinlan? That's a good question. I don't know. Los Locks with 100. Thank you so much, buddy. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? What is up? What is up? Yeah, again, this card is so weird. I mean, are you watch them live when they happen? Yeah, I will. I'm going to. We've talked about it a little bit that yeah, every Tuesday for the Contender Series stuff, I'm gonna be live. So, nothing much, man. Couple of days until I'm homeless. Damn, dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. Very sorry. I don't like this card, man. It's a weird card. I think there's gonna be some fun fights on it, of course, but it's a weird card for sure. YLW, what's up, buddy? Like my shirt? Appreciate you. I think I'm the only one betting Q on this card. Really? I picked Q to win. I think there's ways for Gamrot to win. I think there's ways for Salkill. That is a good thing about this card. I don't think there's a single fight that is one way traffic. I just don't think that's true. Oh, I think I'm only. Oh, pfft, my bad. You're only betting Q this card. Really? Really? I mean, there's some like inside the distance parlays you could do. Like Billy Q, Diego inside, Darren Elkins, Yadir inside, Ty Miller, Billy Goff inside, Steven Deer inside the distance, Manuel Souza inside the distance. There's a lot of those you could do. Any honest dogs, or we leaning mostly faves for this card like last card? I know it's tricky. Well, it's weird because yeah, dogs. I mean, yeah, I like Montana. Jose Montana. I like him as an underdog. Um, I don't really like Steven as a minus 250, honestly. Yeah, favorite. Lamos as an underdog is okay because live bet wise. Darren Elkins is an underdog. Again, it's 520. Putting $5 on it doesn't hurt nobody just in case. To win by like submission. Yeah. Plus 150. I think Billy Q wins this. So honestly, I'm on Billy Q and I'm on Jose Montoya to win. That's plus 165 and plus 150. So I'm in Loco 3 IBU, but been laid off for six months plus. Damn, dude, I'm sorry. Do you think Ilya beats Usman? Yes. Yes. Of course, LW. I think Armin, Charles, Ilya, Justin, they all beat Usman. Yes. I'm not a journeyman, okay? Denise, I agree, honestly. Yeah, Elkins is your boy. Yeah. I don't think Elkins wins. Yeah, Elkins is awesome. How can you not like his style? Controversial take. I'd rather see the UFC pick of Dakota Decheva over Usman and Magomedov. We need more female stars. I agree with you. Why not get both? If it's one or the other, you probably go with Dakota because we need female fighters. We just need that. We have a lot of Nurmagomedov, so those types of fighters. Um, so I agree with you actually. Nah, electricians ain't getting replaced by AI. Damn, I thought electricians are in demand. Why do you think you can't find a job? I'm surprised Elkins knows his own name at this point. You're damn right, Fight Milk. Yeah, it's actually, he said this is his last fight. So that makes it a little interesting, you know? Again, um, let me see. I'm looking at fight odds because I really want to see. So right now they have Mantias Gamrot as high as a plus 133 on Poly Market. Mantias Gamrot by I'm just looking. I'm not picking Gamrot to win this fight, but I wish they would do like double chance stuff. You don't really do that. I guess it's not really gonna do that. Guys should not be fighting. I agree with you. I agree with you. I really can't predict how Islam and Gary is gonna go. Gonna be fair enough. Sup, bros? What's up? What's up? I'm with you, local 26. Oh, okay, Cole. You can be laid off when projects are completed. The hall finds you more work when, but I'm not a journeyman yet. Oh, okay. So you're a little bit newer. Any chalky lock finishes? I think Miller is ass, but she takes Oliveira's head off. Well, again, you could play it like this. A couple different parlays. You could do the Pat. Why is it? Oh yeah, obviously, Jesus. Pat. I hate that I have to move my fucking phone. Wait, can I click on him? No. Right here. Okay, so yeah. Oh, I clicked on fucking there. So the Pat. Damn, there's no odds out right now. So Pat is a plus 352 underdog. Golf is a plus 330. Lamos is a plus 217. I would wait until more odds come out later in the week because like Pat by knockout is live. Again, just parlay inside the distance on some fights. Yeah, but what about Stevens and go teaching Anderson how to do a front kick? Okay. Damn, sorry, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I can't give any advice. Yo, Brian, what's up, buddy? UFC needs to sign Castello Van Stennis. If they're gonna sign him, you gotta sign Johnny Eblin. You know what I mean? Johnny Eblin's really good. Thankfully, I've never had a layoff in 10 plus years. Plenty of work to do in the DC area. Ooh, okay. That's awesome, Cole. Why Costello over Johnny Eblin? I think Eblin's better than Costello. I mean, Johnny Eblin was beating that ass until he got caught in like the last round. Yeah, I just it's a weird win that Costello has over Eblin. I'm not sold. I need to see a rematch, and I think Eblin's gonna beat him up. He's good, but I'm just saying. He has a brother too that also fights. That also fights. Huh. I agree. I'm wondering why a lightweight wants Van Stennis. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That is a very good question. Ooh, did I see it? No, I didn't. Yo, remember when Volkanovski called out? Okay, good job, buddy. You're gone. We're not playing that game tonight. Man, I would love to see them sign Johnny Eblin. Forgot about him. Yeah, he just beat Impa. He just knocked out Impa. Yep. Impa Gasanganai just finished him. So there it is. Okay, okay. Ah, yeah. I think Eblin would do a lot of good work. A lot of good work in the UFC because of his style. Because of his style. You see, I've been actually finding this channel on YouTube where they show old events. It's been awesome. Eblin loses DDP, Hamza, and Narsadine. I actually think I think Eblin I think Eblin could beat DDP. Honestly, I think that's one of the fights right there that he could win is DDP because even though Eblin does strike time at times, I think his shot's one of the best in the UFC or in PFL where he's at now. But Hamza, okay. Omar, you can keep coming back. You are gone again. He actually has a decent style against Hamza. Yes, he does. It's just about cardio. Do you think Zabit was overrated? Oh yeah, I thought he was overrated before he fought Calvin Cater and looked like dog shit and declined 5 rounds against that animal when he was supposed to. What's up, Harvard? Hello, 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 hello. Gosh, oh. Darren Till was also crazy overrated. Sage Northcutt too. Yeah, Sage definitely was. I don't know if Darren Till was. I mean, I thought there was some fights there where he looked like a monster. Yeah, he's overrated because his matchups. It was like here's a toss up, here's a toss up. Like Cowboy, my favorite fighter of all time, should have never fought him. I mean, he didn't even study him. He had no idea who he was fighting. So yeah, yes, that's true. Kind of like O'Malley. Yeah, kind of like O'Malley. He massacred Brian Battle. I was in PEA and got to see Evelyn versus Battle live. It was an awesome card. Ooh, yeah, that's awesome. We're in a yellow T-shirt now. Yep. Oh, what did he say? Ah, wearing it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Navajo Sterling is in top five right now. Yes, he is. That was so easy run for him. Yes. That's what I said even before this fight. Like when they matched up him and Jan, people were asking, can he be champion? It depends how they match him up. It depends what trajectory they want to use him on. Darren Till was huge for the weight class. Yeah, there was moments where he looked like he could be a champion. It just it didn't put it together very well towards the end. Chief Beard, how's it going? It's going all right, man. How are you? Appreciate you. Again, smack that like button. Super chats are always welcome. Become a member. Again, I'll put the link in the stream. Appreciate you guys so much and keep coming back. We got a pretty good streak right now of going live. I really am enjoying that. Can't thank you guys enough for the memberships, for the lives, for the subscriptions. It's incredible. Truly is. Yo, Liam, what's up, buddy? What do you think is next for Brandon Allen? I don't know, fucking garbage bag. Nah, I'm just kidding. DDP. Actually, Usman. That's my honest answer, is Usman. Here is the link if you guys want to become members of the channel. Just helps me out so much, and I lowered the prices, so it's about $2.99. Uh, Thank you, Cash, for the gold coin. Appreciate you. Yo, Lucas, what's up, buddy? Navajo Yuri in the first round would be awesome. Navajo versus Yuri. Oh, yeah, absolutely, LW. Yes, it would. Oops. What do you think about Gene Silva? I like Gene. What up? What's up, buddy? Darren Till is the biggest what if of all time. I agree. I thought Aaron Pico was gonna have a much better UFC career than he has. He only lost one time. I think he's only fought two times. Lucas, thank you so much for the hiding. John with the gold coin, thank you so much. Gene is sick. I like the passion he fights with and the theatrics he brings. I understand why some people dislike it. I agree. The difference, again, we talked about this last night, is that seems to be him. It's not like he's putting on a persona. It's not like he's putting on a thing. Cash with the star. Appreciate you so much. I think Gary mauls Navajo. Gary got power, so much power and pressure for Navajo. Well, I think early Navajo has a chance of catching Gary. I think the longer the fight goes, Gary could win. Brandon Allen would find a way to lose to a garbage bag. Goddamn right. Rip on Allen Nascimento. Brody, where you been, buddy? Yeah. R.I.P. Allen Nascimento just fought in June. Really good fighter and seemed like a really great guy. R.I.P. man. Do I like Chael Sonnen? I don't care for him as much anymore because he just seems a little bit political, a little bit weird. Like I just don't agree with a lot of things that he says nowadays. But as a trash talker on the microphone, I don't think there's anybody better. R.I.P. Yep, love Chael. Again, thank you for the hiding. Chael sent a gold coin. Thank you so much. Apparently, Leon Edwards has a matchup. I've got a feeling it's Masvidal because what the fuck else does Leon have to offer at this point? This is the last juice to squeeze. I agree. Medic is a scary dude. I think we're a little bit late on that fight. Even back then, I thought Masvidal would win. Just because Edwards is a little chinny. We've seen it before. Again, thank you for the star. Michael Oliveira will be ranked by the end of 2027. I agree 1,000%. I think similar to Michael Chandler, UFC got Pico after his prime. I don't think they got Pico after his prime. Pico's just now 30. Chandler was like 35, 34. He still knocked out Hooker in his first fight and had a great round against Charles. Say what you want, the first 4 or 5 fights against for Chandler, his career, even though he was losing, he was still having good performances. You think Islam is beating Gary? Yes. Could be sooner. Yep, could be. Darren Till. Undisciplined. It's legendary. Even Hamzat put him apart. Yeah. Makes what's up, buddy. If Navajo beats Yuri, then that makes him really solid light heavyweight. I agree. I still want to see DDP versus Yuri for the awkward mofo belt. You are correct. Crazy Brock officially announced his retirement. What the hell? One hell of a ride has been for a career. What was your favorite Brock moment? Honestly, I have two. My first favorite, and it's in the UFC. My first favorite is I hate it at the moment, but as an adult, I love it. Saying he took the horseshoe out of Frank Mir's ass and hit him over the head with it. That's just fucking. That's brilliant. Second one was a reporter when he was came back to fight Mark Hunt. He said, "At what day, at what point did you know you wanted to come back?" And he goes, "I don't know. I think it was a day 100 and whatever." And he goes, "Why the fuck does it matter? I'm back." It was just awesome. It's hard to explain, but I don't know if Mike Oliveira can make the weight super often. That's why he might stay low key. If he could fight more often, he would be get real popular. Oh, 100%. And there's a lot of matchups like kind of tailor made to his style, but it could still just blow him up for sure. Freaked out when Brock Lesnar lost to Frank Mir. Yeah, I thought he was going to. I love Frank Mir. The second one, I was really hoping for him. And again, as a kid, I hated the finish. As an adult, it's a fucking brutal finish. Name two fighters you want to see fight in the future. Ooh. Um, Name a fight I want to see. Oh, Michael Morales, Carlos Pratas. I think that Aaron Pico should fight someone like Yair Rodriguez. I agree, but he's booked now. Miller Oliveira? Who? Miller. Aaron Pico. Can't be Yair. It's a great question. Beats Pitbull, loses to Lerone. I, I don't know. That's a great question. I hope UFC 331 is going to be stat guard. I hope so. Who do you think would win Yuri versus Paulo? I actually have Paulo. Ty Miller versus Oliveira. Oh, hard to say now, but I'll go with Ty. You talking about Michael Oliveira, the guy that just fought with the crazy power? Because Ty Miller's not fighting; he's fighting Billy Ray Goff. If someone loses three times to anyone in the top 10 in a row, they should automatically be kicked out. Too many fighters at the top stay there, but because they lose the number two, three, four, etc., they stay ranked. Yes, yes. And again, it depends on how you perform. A lot of Chandler's early UFC fights, he was doing well until he wasn't. Literally. He only started really performing bad when he fought Patty, when he fought Ruffy. I think he fought somebody else. Because, like, literally, the fights before that, he was, it was 1-1 going in the third against Justin Gaethje. He was winning the fight against Dustin Poirier, and then he ended up losing it. So it's hard to rank that. Such BS. Fair enough. I'm gonna go drink Coors Light because Bud Light won't pay me nothing. That's a great one, Cole. I'm a huge Yuri fan, but I think Paulo wins because his chin is better, and I think they both will land. Correct. Type 15. I meant. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, bro, you're doing good, brother. I appreciate you. Chance, and you can't do too much. You know, ow. You can't turn it myself or raise it. I only have here. Can't raise. Luckily, I can still move my hand. So that's something. What is your favorite UFC fight? Mm, my favorite UFC fight. Goodness. As a kid, it was probably Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler. Now, my favorite is it still has to be that Izzy Gaston fight. That fight's incredible. But there's so many good moments, and like throughout the years, there's so many good fights. Brother, is India getting a champion? I don't think so. Please, brother, I'm Indian. Yeah, I don't think so. We haven't really even found a good Indian fighter yet, unfortunately. Carlos says he wants one title shot next, but I don't think he gets it right now. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's gonna have to fight one more time, unfortunately. Gary or Islam? I have Islam. I got Islam. I strongly dislike Gary, but he's undeniably talented. 100%. Yeah, I will never say he's not talented. And again, this is the fight I wanted to see because I want to see how Islam deals with that footwork. Hi, buddy. You got Gan Runner Cell killed. What's up, Stanley? I have Sal killed. Yuri, what's up? What's up? Whether you like him or not, Khabib's retirement was sad. I, honestly, I wasn't that sad, LW. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. To me, I felt like it was unfinished business. Um, I wasn't sad because he didn't do what I wanted him to do. Like he didn't prove himself enough to me, to be like I'm done. It was sad because like his father and stuff like that, but I thought there was still so much for him to do. So I felt underwhelmed. It'd be like if Tom Aspinall retired now. It's like, dude, I want to see so much more. Prove me wrong. I want to see that. MMA in India is just now taking off. They will get better and have a real contender in the next 5 years. You're correct. Vamos, sorry, India never gonna have one champion. You guys gotta show Jobli, but he is awful. Yes. Alan Pure Bone Nascimento. R.I.P. Alan Nascimento. Really, really good fighter, and he seemed like a great dude. So R.I.P. to him. 34, man. Gosh. I'm more excited for Islam and Gary than Dern Robertson. Yeah, I think you should be. I'm still excited for Robertson and Dern, but yeah. It's just rewarding mediocrity. Like a lot of fighters can lose competitively to top ranked fighters. It just shouldn't mean you get to take up a ranked spot. Well, I mean, if like 3 and 4 fight and 4 wins, you're gonna move up a little bit, and three, he's only gonna move down 2 spots. Then what if they go to a split decision? What if the number second ranked guy has 3 split decisions and he loses 2 of them? I don't think he should be out of the rankings. I don't think he should even move down that much. It all depends on how you lose. If you get dominated, you should drop. The person you beat, like if I'm number 2, if I'm 7 and I beat 5 and then I beat 3, I'm sorry, but there's an argument that I should be 2. I should be above those guys. At least maybe I should be 5. Those guys should be below me. However, if you do that, you should be above them. So in that aspect, you're correct. But I don't think they should be dropped out because I don't think there's enough guys in most divisions to take their spot. Because if you take three, or let's say, 8, 9, 10 all lose, are you just gonna move unranked guys into the rankings? I don't think you can do that. Yeah, it sucked he retired early, but it's smart to prioritize long term physical and mental health. That's true. Evolov sent 6-7. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. It took me a while to come up with a formula, and I want to see you guys think men's MMA better than women's. That's crazy. Yuri versus Glove is the best fight I've ever seen. That fight's incredible, and it sucks too. Like, because I like Yuri now, but I didn't really know Yuri. I wanted Glover to win, and he was winning. I think a lot of people forget how good Glover was doing in that fight, and then just to get caught, ugh, hurt me. It hurt me. My favorite UFC knockout, Rashad Evans, Chuck Liddell. What about you? My favorite knockout of all time is probably Cowboy Cerrone on Rick Story. That knockout is beautiful, but there's a lot of knockouts that are awesome. I like Iwo, most exciting one for me. Ooh, that's awesome. Yuri Glover was fucking insane. So back and forth. Yes, it was. I haven't found any good Indian fighters. That's true. I wonder why India had huge as far as population. It's hard to find those types of fighters. It's like, it's hard to find heavyweights. It's the same thing. Khabib Islam, I like Islam more. Khabib beats GSP, but Prime Usman beats Khabib. I disagree 1,000,000,000%. I think Khabib smashes Usman, has a hard time with GSP. Khabib didn't really didn't do really much, but he was promised his mother that he will retire when his father died. Yeah, exactly. I think Khabib retired because he couldn't make 155 anymore, and Usman was a stud at 170. That's fair. That's fair. Mixed. I think Khabib beats Usman in the time. Yeah, I think he beats him any time. Khabib wanted to leave without brain damage, something other fighters should consider. Oh yeah, Jansen, bro, I'm 34. It's not the end of the road. No, please, someone help me feel better about my age. No, you're fine. No, 34 is not old. I'll be 33 in September. I mean, it's not. You know, no, you are not old. I want to see Zhang Wei Li come back. It's been a while since the Shevchenko fight. Well, look what her fucking confidence shot probably. Why would 34 be the end of the road? Agreed, Brian. It seems like Zhang has one foot out the door. I mean, what more does she have to prove in her division? I think Islam is 34. Yes, he'll be 35 later this year. You think Whitaker making a potential title run at light heavyweight? It depends on who they match him up with. It's very possible. I hope Anthony Smith gets the help he needs. It's a rough situation. Went from defending his family to trying to run him over. Apparently, Cole, that's not true. His wife came out and said that is not true. They turned a mental health situation into that situation. So, brother, remember Cerrone knockout versus Matt Brown, epic lead head kick. Oh, of course I remember. Are you kidding me? For people that have watched fights for a while, they would understand that that matchup. It was like, how has this fight never happened before? And then you get it, and it's exactly what you think it's gonna be. Just back and forth, back and forth. And again, it's one of those fights, rare fights, where Cowboy gets hurt and he's able to come back. Typically, he's had a hard time when he gets hurt, he can't come back. And he did in that one. And then, of course, if he doesn't do this, he probably gets a title shot. But he fights 2 weeks later in Denver, Colorado, and gets TKO'd against Jorge Masvidal. Broke my heart. But that's what Cowboy did. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Even though I think there was chances for him to be a champion at times because of he was able to pull wins together is the best of them. But why is Islam being 34? Being 34 is the end of the road. It doesn't. It doesn't. Charles Oliveira and Alan Nascimento had been friends for over 20 years. I heard he is devastated. That hurts. That hurts Julio Caesar. That really hurts, man. I even put it on my community post. I put their picture, what he said, like, I love you, brother. Oh, got me choked up, man. India has a big population, but they don't have fighting gyms. The country doesn't care about sports. They only care about cricket. That's why they're not getting a lot of fighters. That's true. What's your take on the Bobby Green, Adrian Broner situation? Well, Adrian Broner's a bitch. That's my opinion on it. He's a bitch. That's it. I mean, he literally, him and Dean and the other boxer thought they could call Bobby Green a bunch of names and fight him into the gym and then beat him up and knock him out and then have footage of doing what they said they were going to do. And then when Bobby Green was piecing up their little boxer, the 19-1 boxer, they couldn't have footage anymore. Cerrone destroying Alexander Hernandez is still my favorite Cowboy fight. Dude, Cole. I was so. And then, like, the weight cut, I was like, oh no, I'm so worried. He doesn't look very good. He doesn't look very healthy. He looks mean. He looks mad, and you don't know how Cowboy is going to handle that. And then on top of it, the Alexander Hernandez is talking a bunch of shit, and it's like, oh no, Cowboy, please. And then he does. He beats the shit out of that guy. Oh, so good. I'm 36. Hell yeah. 17. That's crazy, then. I'm 30. I'll be 31 in October. Goddamn. Okay. October what? Well, what's your favorite what if moment in UFC history? Oh, Carlos Condit beating Robbie Lawler for the title. That is my biggest what if moment because I had watched Condit in the WEC days when he was champion there, and then I watched him debut against Martin Kampman and lose a split decision. Um, yeah, that's probably my biggest what if moment. Obviously, you have the Khabib and Tony and all that stuff, but I would have loved to see Carlos get his flowers. Mercy. What if Leon did land the head kick? Oh, then he's nothing. That then he's nothing. Usman talked about going up to 205 to fight Jan. That's crazy. Since he didn't want to fight Izzy at 185, that's fair. 205 would have been a big step up for Usman. Yeah. Yeah, looking back at it, it would have been nuts. Oh, yeah. But in the moment, there was such belief in Usman. I was not on the train of Usman back in the day. I just was not. Um, I actually started just to get on the train towards the end of that run. I thought he was robbed in the third Leon fight. We've talked about it before, but the first time GSP won his title was mine since he's from the same city as me. That's awesome. GSP is, I don't know if I'll ever have a guy like that again. Khabib would maul Tony. That's not a big what if for me. Prime Tony is overrated. That's crazy. Prime Tony is not overrated. Dude, have you seen the lineup of the fighters that he fought in his prime on the 12 fight win streak? What they looked like after he was done? One of the coldest moments I've ever seen from Tony is fighting Edson Barboza, going to war with him, not fighting him as he probably could have in a better way, fighting him like Barboza wanted him to, catching Barboza in a Darce while bloodied. Unbelievable moment. What if Yuri beat Olberg? Light heavyweight would feel so dead. I agree. We'd get more championship matchups this year. Now we have to wait until 2027 for another one. Yeah, that's an absolute what if for sure. If Leon didn't land that head kick, how much longer would have Usman been champion? I think he beats Bilal and JDM. I agree. I agree with all of that because I don't think Bilal's going to grapple, or maybe he does grapple in that, and it's actually interesting. But if he's striking, Usman beats the shit out of him. JDM has a puncher's chance, but he couldn't stop Gilbert Burns' takedowns. I would be more interested in seeing Prime Dariush versus Prime Khabib than Prime Tony versus Prime Khabib. Dude, John, I fucking love that because I'm a big Dariush guy. I know he struggled as he's gotten older. Yeah, I would have loved to see it. Usman was successful in transition period of the division. The turnover now all beat Prime Usman, in my opinion, except JDM maybe. Yeah, I agree. And again, like I was not sold on Usman in that Woodley fight because again, it's okay. It's good to look good when you're fighting somebody, but he fought Woodley who didn't fight. Like there was no resistance. Right now, I don't think Usman can beat JDM or Bilal. I think he beats JDM. Yeah, I think he beats JDM. Prime Usman beats everyone at 170 except Islam. Mm, 170. Everyone besides, I don't think he beats Prates. And I think he'd have a hard time with Ian Gary. Darius came out of the womb with gray hair. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Don't you criticize Darius and his gray hair. Yeah, I was so disappointed that we never got to see Darius versus Islam. That's the real fight that got away, in my opinion. Dude, it was right there. And then they picked Marcano over Darius when Darius was ranked higher. Unbelievable. Uh, Unbelievable. And Dariush had a win over Marcano. That was the crazy part. And Dariush was like, okay, I'm gonna get this title shot now. I hope Gary defends Islam's takedowns. I hope Islam win, but I would love to see fight like Islam versus Dustin. Yeah, I don't think Gary has that dog in him like that. I just don't think so. I don't think so. Usman is not beating Bilal. If Bilal is striking, yes, he is. MMA Guru, how is it hanging, brother? Good. How are you? I wish we see Islam versus Justin Gaethje when Islam was at lightweight. I think Islam would have beat the shit out of Gaethje, but it would have been a great fight. Usman in no way beats these guys. His title run was beating former lightweights or guys who should have been lightweights like Colby, and he struggled with Colby. Usman is an old washed man with no knees. Everyone keeps talking about his knees. His knees are perfectly fucking fine. Everyone keeps talking about them. They're fine. He keeps saying that they're good. Patty, Taporia, 25-4. I think Taporia beats Patty. Who do you got, Magny or Ramiz? I honestly think Ramiz subs him. Magny is 39. I agree with you. I agree 100%. I think Ramiz wins, but Magny is a weird fighter. Gary will destroy Makachev. I don't think there's a chance in hell Gary destroys him. He's finished nobody besides D-Rod in the last 6 years. Got to be better than that. Bro, in Brazil, we're calling for Holloway versus Ruffy. It would be a lot of fun. Julio Caesar? I mean, that's a great one. It's a tough one for Holloway because of the kicks of Ruffy, but Ruffy's not a great boxer. There's ways for both guys to win. It's a good matchup. Magny always wins weird ones. Yep, like the Jake Matthews fight. Dude, Matthews got robbed in that fight. Robbed. Magny fucking taps and all that stuff, and then they restarted it and he loses. Ugh. What do you match Gable Stevenson up with next if you're matchmaking or matchmaking? It's Volkov free. You honestly, that's you could do. Uh, let's do Rakic. Let's do that because he's a bit of a name. He's fought some champions, for former champions. Yeah, they're not fine. Who can't run? Did you not know that? Of course, I know that. He's had trouble early in his career. He continuously says in the recent interviews that his knees are fine. Of course, they weren't great when he had no money. Wasn't the Matthews win kind of fluky? I didn't see it. Oh, Pickley Bear pair, you gotta watch it. It's bad. It's a very bad fluky win. Max, you wouldn't even lay a glove on me. Give Gable 2, 3 more easy fights. He is still so new to MMA. The problem is he's a big name, and they're gonna throw him to the wolves. Gable versus Thomas Peterson, dude. You know what he would do to Thomas Peterson? Unbelievable. Gable knocks out Rakic, dude. I hope everybody knocks out Rakic. That guy's trash. How the fuck does Usman have to walk downstairs backwards, but he wrestles Buckley like he's the fucking Undertaker? Had me screaming at the TV. Well, that's what I'm saying, Calm. Like, everyone made such this big thing about his knees, but he talked about it early in his career, UFC career, that his knees were fucked up. They're not. He keeps talking about it. Do you think Jeff Neal beats Chitty, or however you say his Neal? Yeah, Jeff is out of his fight. I'm a big Chitty Bang Bang fan. He's fighting Joel Alvarez, who I don't think there's a chance in hell Chitty wins that fight. Joel will probably be a lock for me, but I will root for Chitty in that matchup. I'm a big Chitty guy. A lot of rumors versus Yuri versus DDP at light heavyweight. If true, that's an incredible fight. Um, I don't see that fight happening at light heavyweight. Yuri gonna put him out stiff. Yuri has actual one punch KO power, something DDP hasn't dealt with much on his run. I agree with you. Light heavyweight, I don't like for DDP. Those guys hit too hard. Oh shit, yeah, LW. Jeff Neal would have struggled with the reach. Oh yeah, yeah. Chitty is. It's hard to explain because like he's a technical guy. Like I thought his fight with Carlos Leal, I was worried for him because Leal's a monster. There's an argument that actually Chitty won that, and his technical striking is beautiful. He does have low output at times. But, oh, it's beautiful to watch, man. Izzy is more precise and fast than pure power. Oh, 100% fight milk. Izzy is not a power guy. He has accuracy and he's fast, exactly like you're saying. That's kind of the one of the reasons why he's able to move and do what he's able to do because and counter so well because of that stuff. Yeah, I miss the title fights and the consistency and the just going and fighting all the time from Izzy and from Pereira, from all of these guys. I miss that right about now. Yeah, I saw DDP versus Yuri rumors too. That's crazy. Whoa. Yo, Mason, what's up, buddy? I don't like Silva. He tries to make trash talk with good guys. Okay. DDP kinda beats Yuri. I don't think he does because of what Brian was just saying, or somebody was just saying it. I think the power would be too much for DDP. There have been a lot of fake rumors lately. I wouldn't be too hyped for Yuri DDP yet. Yeah, I don't think that fight would happen. I don't think DDP's going up to heavyweight or light heavyweight. DDP beats Yuri, but I still want to see that fight. It would be incredible. I don't think DDP does. I don't think he does. If Khalil Roundtree, who was beating the fuck out of Yuri for 2.5 rounds, couldn't get him out of there, I don't think DDP is. But you can never count out Yuri. Yeah. Izzy versus Connor, who is better fighter for me? It's Izzy. I mean, what are we talking about? Prime versus prime? I don't think there's a lot of people prime versus prime bet that's better than Connor. I think Connor's prime, his Eddie Alvarez, his Jose Aldo fight. I mean, I don't think anyone in the world beats him in those two fights. I honestly think Chitty would have beaten Golf, absolutely. But him fighting Alvarez going to submit him, in my opinion. I think he hurts him and TKOs him and potentially submits him then, but I think he TKOs him. I don't think Jeff Neal was winning that, but Alvarez is a big opportunity for Chitty. Big opportunity. Yuri always has a chance. He's the biggest threat. Hart in MMA, agreed. Izzy is watched, and you know that 4 losses in a row. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Izzy was not winning against DDP. Um, I picked DDP by submission. I didn't pick a round, but I actually picked Dreykus to win that by submission. I talked about it. I think me and Los talked about it. And I thought it was tied, or I thought DDP was up 1 round. The weird part, even Alex Pereira talked about this, was that Izzy was not kicking. And kicks set up everything for Izzy. So it was weird. I don't think DDP has the size for light heavyweight division. That legs for sure. Prime Connor over Izzy. Yes. What up, Gigo? Taj, what's up, buddy? Prime Connor submitted Nate Diaz. That was not Prime Connor. It was also a short notice matchup. That means nothing. And did you see? Remember Den's what he did in the first round? He beat the shit out of Nate. That's not his prime. That's not his prime. DDP definitely has the size. I don't think he has the leg size to do that. Like height, yes, but his legs are small. Problem is he only lost against prime Yana at light heavyweight. Yeah, but I still don't. I don't think he was untouchable in the fights that he lost or that he won, compared to Conor's prime of Jose Aldo, which was one punch, and then Eddie Alvarez, where he was untouchable. DDP is huge for middleweight. Yeah, yeah, because of his height and his build. Light heavyweight's a different animal because Nate has an insane chin. Exactly. The Medic D-Rod finish sequence is almost identical to the McGregor Alvarez finish. You're right about that. Who do you have for the main event? Quinlan. Besides the disappointment of the main event of 329 was a dope card. It was an incredible card. Izzy wants out of his contract and his gym asked him to retire because for his own sake, and it also reflects badly on their gym. That's why I think he left CBK. I think he just wanted better looks. I think that's what it is. I don't know about the other stuff. Izzy talked about it on his channel. He wanted new stuff, and I don't know if they asked him to retire. I don't know. Yuri just gonna drop the ball again, try to fight like Koku. Yeah, right. He needs to try to win by any means. I think he could take the title. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Love McGregor versus Nate too, because the fight, because the first 3 rounds, Conor was putting an absolute clinic. Yep. Yep. That was the thing I even said on that. I was like, the rounds that he won, he clearly won. It's like Islam Volk. Competitive, but there's clearly rounds where Islam wins. That's not who Yuri is. Yeah. Trashan Gore beats Luque. That win was big, in my opinion. I would love Gore to win that fight. I don't think so. Luque, especially up, I think he beats the shit out of Trashan Gore. I'd be shocked if Gore beat Luque. Yuri fights the way he does, and while it's the smartest, it's the most violent. You're right about that. Conor versus Justin, who would win? Depends. This Conor, even a few years ago, Conor, Justin. Conor's prime, he beats the piss out of Justin. Costa's heavier than DDP, and he looks small next to everyone in the top 10 because he's short. That's the only reason why. Costa was bigger than Azamat. It's because he's fucking built like a shit house. That's why. He's just not tall. Paulo Costa did a good job on moving up to light heavyweight. There is a lot of fighter he can beat at light heavyweight, but middleweight got monsters. And I just think that weight cut takes too much out of him. You know, I don't think changing the gym is going to help Izzy. He just mentally broken since Sean Strickland beat him. Well, he had a lot of stuff going on in between that Sean fight or before the Sean fight with his buddy and all that stuff. Um, I don't think it was he's like mentally blocked because of that. I just think the motivation, what is he fighting for? I think that's the problem right now. Thoughts on Turner Fernandez? I like Fernandez. I picked him beat Gurham when a lot of people were high on Gurham, but I actually think Fernandez beats Turner. But Turner is a monster. Also, it depends what Turner shows up. It depends. I like Turner. I think he's awesome. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's not retiring. But Fernandez is a beast. Absolute beast. Yeah, I got a lot of hate for picking him against Guram Kutaladze. And then he beat him, and then he beat the English guy. He leg kicked the shit out of him. The shit out of him. Fernandez is very good. Yep. Kind of an underrated fighter. There's an argument that he beat Mark DeCasey, so he should be undefeated in the UFC. Kind of got a feeling that Topuria is not going to be the same again. I think he'll be okay. We won't know until he fights again. Like that's the craziest thing. And the problem is history wise, we've seen fighters take beatings. They're not the same. You gotta think with a guy like Topuria, he'll take his time and he'll come back and be great. Izzy versus MVP at 185 would be cool. Give him fun fights at this point in his career. Yeah, but the problem is like MVP is so much longer and taller than Izzy. How does Izzy get to MVP? But I guess he just leg kicks the shit out of him until he's compromised, and then he can pick him apart. MVP's right hand's not really gonna miss against Izzy. It's a really tough fight for Izzy. I want to see Chanko versus Topuria badly. Oh, Alexander Topuria. I'm not sold on Alexander Topuria. I was actually more impressed with the guy he fought in his debut, not Bakayev, I think his name is. I can't remember, but not that guy. The other guy. His first fight in the UFC. I was actually more impressed with him. than I was with Alexander Taporia. Ilya, not Alexander. Oh, Chanko versus Ilya badly? Nah, that fight is nowhere near happening. Plus, we have no idea how good Chanko is. It's like you throw him to the wolves, you find out he's a peasant, you know? John Pork versus Ilya. Unpopular opinion, soccer kicks, need down opponents, etc. should be illegal again. I agree with you. You know why? Because fighters won't be so okay with staying in certain positions. They will be better defensively. Alexander Zaporia needs to fight Bryce Mitchell. I mean, that's a great fight, Cole. That's a really good fight. Am very, very curious. It's like when fighters grab the cage, take a point, they won't grab the cage. When if fighters get kicked in the cup, I'll take a point, they won't kick in the cup as much. I think you should be strict, no fucks given, and I mean it's like when fighters miss weight, you take a point. I mean not a point, you give them a zero. It's a loss. Do you recommend for beards? And it's definitely worth. Okay. Did you watch the Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest? Oh, it's an awesome movie. I have not. I have not watched that. I think Usman and Magomedov will beat Taporia. I do not. Because I think Taporia is better everywhere where Usman is good. Either enforce the rules or get rid of them, in my opinion. Smelly, that's 100% what I said. Because a lot of people's argument over the Pereira thing was like, it's barely any. Okay, but it's one. Even if it's one, it's illegal. If you want people to stop doing it, it's like the Tafik and Ludovic Klein finish. Yeah, he hurt him and he had him turtled, but he hit him with like 6 unanswered back of the head shots. Clearly, hey, guess what? Those are illegal. Now you have to give him time to recover. Does that suck? Yes. Does it stop a finish from potentially happening? Sure. That's not on the ref and that's not on Klein. That's on Tafik for hitting him in the back of the head. Damn, Vicuna, that's rough. uh, Could be a stretch, but give Bobby Green the winner of Marcano and Ortega. Oh, I'd fucking love that, LW. No one beats MVP in striking with Izzy use takedowns, and I doubt it. Oh, I fucking doubt it, Julio. You're right about that. Julio, we agree. I don't think any striker in any division beat MVP. I think Mark Goddard beats Herb Dean. I think anybody beats Herb Dean. You watch Herb fight? It's on YouTube. Oof. Oof. Really bad. Really bad. Oh my goodness. Again, super chat's always welcome. Helps out the channel. Get your message read immediately. Become a member. It is pinned right down there in the live chat. Make sure you smack that as well. And I really appreciate you guys. Hear me out. Diego versus Green for Diego's lightweight debut. Spider, I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it. I don't think Green stands a dog's piss a chance. But I want to see it. Please, Bobby, win. That might be a hot take. I would root for Bobby. I don't think Bobby wins. I'd pick Diego to win. I'd be rooting for Bobby Green to win. Hey, Taporia will win his next fight. I hope so. Diego sucks. That's a crazy thing to say. I'm down for Hooker win of lose his next fight versus Green. I agree with that. Hooker and Green sells. I don't know why that fight's not being made. They must have already been in talks with Hooker and the French guy. They must have already been in talks for that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you so much. Did you watch American History X? Edward Norton plays on it. Yes, very, very good movie. I've seen that. Who thinks wins Dern versus Robertson? I think Robertson wins, actually. I think Dern's really, really good, but there's certain positions where she kind of stalls a little bit and in the guards and mounts areas, half guard and stuff, where Robertson can, um, what's it called? Can sweep and then do her own offense. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Green versus Chandler. Ooh, Bobby Green wins that. Diego just knows how to promote good fight, get good sponsors, especially for itchy gooeyes. Diego. Diego Lopez doesn't suck. I'm so confused. Edward Norton is one of my favorite actors of all time. He's a great actor, yes. A Green versus Vazeev rematch is where I'm leaning. You could do that for 5 rounds. We know that fight's not going 5 rounds, but great fight, yes. I thought Green won the first time. Why does Diego scratch his throat though? It's a tick. It's like Dustin Poirier grabbing his shorts. Green versus Ilya. Chandler beat Bobby Green for me. Chandler does not. Chandler beats nobody. What? What? How in the world can you say Chandler wins that fight when he's won zero in a while and Bobby's on a 4-fight win streak? Diego Lopez versus Michael Chandler would be badass fight. Yes, it would. Win or lose, I'm Team Green lately. You're goddamn right, Spider, as it should be. Can you give us a motivational quote? Motivational quote. If it seems hard, keep trying. I don't know, stupid. Bobby Green starches Justin Gaethje. Jeb, I mean, I'm here for it. That'd be sick. But no. Green would get smitted by Ilya. Green versus Gaethje versus Hooker, triple threat. Ooh, okay. Ilya might never be the same, though, honestly. Yeah, we don't know until he fights. You're right. Yo, 10-7, what's up, buddy? Chandler at the beginning of his UFC run would beat Bobby. Oh, 100%. He moved differently. He TKO'd fucking Dan Hooker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just joking. You're good, Jeff. You're good. Bro, great channel. Love that you're just begging for subs and actually responding to chat. Well done. Wish you lots of success. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I like Usman for Ilya's first fight back or Diego. Definitely can't be Usman. I mean, that would be nuts. Diego, you could sell. The problem is Diego does get touched, and I'm going to take the chin on it of Ilya. Again, we don't know how Ilya is going to be, so I don't know if he takes a shot that well now. I hope everyone in the chat knows Jesus loves you. Okay. I don't think Ilya got disciplined that Islam or John Jones has. Potentially, you're right. But also, John Jones did partied for a whole weekend and beat the shit out of DC. So I don't know. Who do you have, Gamrot versus Sal Killed? I have Sal Killed. You want to know something crazy? Jamal Hill's last win was over Glover. He hasn't won since. That's crazy. In one of the best championship performances besides TJ Dillashaw and against Renan Barao. Wow. Who might Diego Lopez fight in his debut upon moving up to lightweight? Oliveira. Oliveira is a great one. It should have been Yair. Do you think Ilya was being gay with the man in the club? I don't give a fuck. I'd watch Ilya Ruffy for sure too. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. I think Ruffy gets manhandled, but his kicks would be very fun to see what he can do against Ilya. Ilya is partying with a soccer player is not a good sign. I mean, if he's not in camp, it's fine. He's not in camp 24/7. Usman Ruffy, that'd be crazy. Oliveira is retired. He is just making. I love Julio. Okay. Are you part black? Yeah, okay. Diego, why not? People sleeping on Quinlan? Yeah. Though books aren't. He's a crazy favorite, which I'm a little surprised about. Um, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know what people's thought processes are on it. Dan Hooker beat Gamrot, Quinlan smokes him. That's not MMA. You can never do MMA math. I've been saying it for a while. Sal Killed is bad. Like a bad dude. I don't think Quinlan is top tier, but he should be Gamrot, I think. Well, the good thing is like I don't think he necessarily has to be top tier yet. Like he's only fought Beneil Dariush. And Dariush is on a not a great streak right now. So this is the test with the guy that has good cardio and good grappling and weird takedowns. How does he do with that? His parents own a bakery? Yeah, badass. Okay. What do you do with BSD when he comes back? The winner over Ortega or Marcano. I'm rooting for Gamrot. Fair enough. Fair enough. I like Gamrot, but with his age and we've kind of seen where Gamrot's good and where Gamrot's not. Haven't really seen that with Quinlan, but this is the perfect matchup to have because we don't know a ton about Quinlan, but he could make this fight exciting. But Gamrot could also smother him. Do you support the LGBTQ community? What win of Quinlan's makes him proving? Well, I mean, he just beat. He handled Dariush. I mean, he's winning, which is all you can ask for a prospect to do. At some point, they take a jump. This fight is the fight that's going to tell us where he's at. At first, I thought Gamrot wins via wrestling. Then I remembered he's been dropped in so many fights. That's the issue for me as well. And because that can put you in really bad positions. To port a new brand will make the fight happen in Madrid. Mark my words, here in Madrid Stadium. Okay, fair enough. Why you undervalue people takes when you're not agree. I just think Ilya has been talking about discipline and all that. I can tell you I am a Spanish speaker. I mean, okay. Uh, I don't know. I don't care what he's doing out of it. I guarantee you he's not in camp right now. Yeah, Gamron is weirdly chinny. Yes, no one puts him out, but he's always getting dropped. That's the problem. Like, I don't know where Quinlan is great at yet, but if you get dropped against a guy like Quinlan, who's almost 10 years younger than Gamrot, he might be able to make some weird shit happen. That's the issue. But I do think if this fight goes past 2.5 rounds, I think Gamrot starts taking over. Yo, Warboy, what's up? What's up? Darius dropped him and controlled him, though. Well, and then at the end of the round, he finished Dariush. So the real question is, who does Patty fight? Ilya's going to be out for a while. Charles versus Armin is on. Gaethje says it won't be Patty next. Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. Does Patty wait for Armin? Does Patty wait for the winner of Charles Armin? I don't know. I think Patty versus Max is, yeah, Patty Max you could definitely do, but Max is waiting a year. Ilya can enjoy his life after a massive fight / payday. Yeah. Gamrot got dropped by like 40-year-old Dos Anjos. He got dropped by him like 3 times. Selkill could definitely win a decision here too. I don't think so. I don't think Selkill wins a decision. You hate Bruce Lee. That makes no sense. People forget how good Benny was before the title losing streak or the little losing streak. Age caught up to him, but he was a monster. That's what I was just talking about before you came into the chat, big 10-7. Yeah, people forget how damn good he was. And it sucked because like he beat Marcano. Marcano was supposed to fight somebody. They pulled Marcano to fight Islam, and Dariush was like, why didn't I get that? It's like when Al Iaquinta fought Khabib, Paul Felder was ahead of him on the rankings, and he was on the same card as well, and they didn't pick Paul. They literally said Paul was too low in the rankings. That's why they didn't pick. Oh no, he wasn't a known enough name. That's why they didn't pick him against Khabib. Now, I'm not saying Paul Felder wins. I'd rather watch Paul Felder fight Khabib than I Quinta. Great performance, though, by I. Great heart. Ow. Dude, Benny's performance against Gamrot was gnarly. People do forget. Exactly, Spider. Exactly. And then, again, then you watch him against Marcano. He wins 99% of it. He wins like fucking 15 minutes and, 14 minutes of that fight. People forget because he loses. Speculating on Armin Oliveira for September. The first fight between them was very close, but Armin would have been the favorite if it happens. I thought Oliveira won the first time. But yeah, Mason, what's up? What do you think of the Noche UFC main event? It's going to be a fun card. I don't care too much for the fight. It's going to be a good fight. I'm not huge on Yair. So, which is better, Islam or Oliveira? Well, I mean, it's hard because like Islam beat him, but Oliveira has more of the like records. So it depends what you think. Like Islam beat the record holder, submitted him, but Oliveira still is winning and still has the record and still is adding to it. Petty bought the stool to Boria quit on for 10K. I guess that's not true. Walnut Creek, California. Okay. Do you think Armin versus Charles is next? Why hasn't the UFC announced it yet? They're waiting for something, probably. Fun fact: Gaethje owns every belt ever produced by the UFC: interim, undisputed, BMF, and the Freedom 250 belt. That's awesome. Only other dude with interim undisputed is in BMF is Max Holloway. That's fucking hell yeah, great. Usman one shots Justin. I don't agree. The Armin Oliveira fights killed Benny. Those were the end. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It sucked because I'm pretty sure he took Oliveira down in that first round. I was like, oh, okay, Benny, what are we gonna do? And then you could kind of see it the way Benny was moving. It just like he was non-reactional but reactional at the same time. Like he said afterwards, he felt stuck in the mud, like he couldn't move. Fuck. Mercado is really big Alvaro fan. He always says Charles is a really bad fight for him. Truly is. Darius fights well against fighters that don't have much power, like Mercado and Gamrot. That is also true. Armin versus Charles is for the BMF belt. It's basically official. That's awesome. Good. Oliver is better in grab and combat. Okay. If Yair was not Latino, the UFC would have moved on from him. If Gamrot doesn't get a submission in this matchup, if he should be ashamed of himself. You got to show these young bucks there's levels. I mean, it's easier said than done. But Latin countries love their fighters. That's true. But you think his next for Armin doesn't deserve a rematch with Charles? I mean, I don't think he does. But that's the matchup they're going to go with. There's history there. Gaethje takes Usman's O. That's a tough one because Gaethje hits so fucking hard. But Usman's also a really, really good grappler. It's going to be about his cardio. I probably would lean to Justin because we've seen him in the UFC. But Usman would be a live dog in that. Justin is garbage fighter. He wouldn't last 10 seconds with anyone good. What? This guy's a troll. Ramazov Tarimov going to become champ. Mark my words. Maybe. Maybe. If you go back and say something to an 18-year-old version of you, what would you do? Um, stick around. Stick around. Finish. I don't get the hype around Patty. He hasn't beaten any top tier fighter, and BSD has gotten beat up by Marcano and on his home turf. BSD has won since then and beat Ruffy since then. So that just isn't true. I think BSD is better now than he was when he fought Marcano because again he beat Ruffy or Hoofy, whatever you want to say. I think that win's incredible. What do you think of both fight again? I'd still pick Charles. Until Gon won against Pereira, Gaethje was the only two-time interim champion in the UFC. Yeah, that's crazy. I miss you too, Mason. What's up, buddy? Stupid take, Caesar. He's fought the best guys in the world and lasted more than 10 seconds. Yeah. Where is Khabib on your GOAT list? I don't even know if he's on the top 10. Yusori Belgori is going to beat the fuck out of Gaslam. Pointless fight. Yeah. It sucks because, again, people forget how good Gaslam was. He's just not that guy. Just what it is. Did you see Puerto Rico on J? Oh, yep. Did I see Rico on JRE? Hell yeah, I watched it today. Justin is from my hometown. Trust me, I've seen him ragdolled in the gym many times. I don't give a fuck what happens in the gym. I do not care. People also said John Jones was getting submitted left or right against in training camp, and then they told him don't grapple against Bader, and he went out there and grappled and submitted him. I don't care. Do you think Patty becomes champion? I can see it, to be honest. The BJJ skills are absolutely nasty. It depends who they match him up with, but he could. Yeah, I don't think Armin deserves a rematch with Charles, too. Armin hasn't done anything near close to what Charles has been doing since he lost with him. Sure, but who else is he going to fight? Patty? Doesn't really deserve that either. He's a world champion, right? Rico got fucked up against Usyk. I mean, he was winning, but yeah. Yeah. Trust me, Justin doesn't have the heart to make it big. Okay, you're just trolling. He's just trolling. Just ignore him. He's just trolling. All he's doing. That is it. He made it big. Yeah. Yeah. Petty versus Charles and Armin versus Gaethje. Ooh. God, those fights would be sick. What do you think about Bruce Lee? I'm not a huge Bruce Lee guy. Not a troll, just my take. Okay. Orby needs ranked fight. UFC giving him Jeremiah Wells. What the fuck? Well, it's a short notice matchup. It wasn't supposed to be Jeremiah Wells. Out of Nolan, Salkilled, and Rafi, who will most likely get a title shot and win one day? Title shot, I think will be sooner. Will be Ruffy, but I think Ruffy's also a little bit higher than those guys. Who out of all could be a champion? I think Salkilled. You can't just justify Rico getting stopped like that. I thought I could actually. When I looked at it, like he drops him with a big uppercut, and Rico gets up. The problem is the referee already seen that was a big shot, and Rico gets up, he covers up, and then Usyk just starts throwing on him. The problem is Rico wasn't being active; he was just covering up, and then he was like, "Well, the stoppage, like, yeah, well, he's seen you got stopped pretty bad, like you got dropped bad. You get up and you just directly go back to the ropes and you cover up." It's like on the Ultimate Fighter today or Monday last night, the girl got her inside leg kick and she went down and she just covered up, and then the fight was stopped. It'd be like her protesting that. Brother, how much bigger than the world champion you want him to get? Exactly 10-7. If someone trolls, but it's about MMA, we time him out or just let him troll. I mean, if he says more anything like actually like, I don't think that's enough to get timed out because he's being annoying, but If he starts to say like political stuff or racist stuff, then or just starts saying like name calling or whatever, you can get him out. I think UFC hasn't forgotten Armin pulling out of his title shot and was a bad move by him. 100% was a bad move. Who was Orby supposed to fight instead of Jeremiah Wells? It was supposed to be, I'll tell you, because his original opponent was not Jeremiah Wells. Was not. And Jeremiah Wells is a lot older than you would think. He's freaking 39 years old. Unbelievable. And I thought he beat Max Griffin, to be honest. Okay, so 3:30. It was supposed to be. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I thought I could just go to their matchup, but no, I cannot do that. It was supposed to be. Um, mm, it doesn't say here, but it was. There was no way he was just matched up with Wells. I thought he matched him up with somebody. That guy got hurt, and they put Wells in. Bro, Orby's insane. I feel like he could be a champion, to be honest, potentially. What Armin did wild pulling out like that, yeah. Well, he would win like no. Explain how I am trolling. You're just saying things to get people's attention. I think Patty deserves more of a match with Charles than Armin, in my opinion. Oh, 100%, yes. I've seen Justin get smoked in the gym. I don't care about gym. Melissa Amaya is a monster. The girl from Tough, yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's really good. I thought that other girl was gonna give her a hard time. She did early in the first round, but yeah, that girl could be a problem. Ruffy should improve a lot by training with Volk. Should. What is the difference between take and opinion? I don't understand. Help me out with words the same. I mean, like hot take, big take, bold take, and then opinion is just what you think. It, it's. I guess it's hard to explain. Bobby Green beats AB in his prime in boxing. I don't know if Bobby Green beats prime Adrian Broner. I don't know. This Adrian Broner, yes. Orby is okay. People need to relax on the hype train. He'll win this fight, but never be top 7 or 8. Well, it's crazy because if you look at like him and then watch his fight with like Rebetsky, and you see how much of a monster Orby has been lately, and he like even before that, Rebetsky beat the shit out of him. Just beat the wait, yeah, beat the shit out of him. I thought it was the other way for some reason. No, 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 it was Rebetsky. Bruce Lee was more of an actor than a martial artist. Correct. Shove got back sparring. That's what I seen. Wells, the only fighter from City fighting that card, or by could lose if his face gets touched by up like Rebecca fight. I mean, Wells is not Rebecca at all. Orby can definitely be a top 10 casual. He literally finished Medic, who is ranked 13. He would literally beat Leon, who is ranked 8. Yeah, beating Leon means nothing, War Boy. Nothing. Yeah, he beat Medic on short notice. Medic didn't even train properly because they told him he was a striker, not a grappler. I mean, that's what they literally told him. He didn't know. Um, yeah, I mean, beating Leon means nothing. And he said 7 or 8. Bro, read my comments. No, I want to ask. No. Bruce Lee could never win actually fight, or Bobby beats Rebecca in a rematch. I disagree. Bobby Green versus McConnell is the fight to make. That'd be incredible, but I'd be worried for the ground game of Bobby Green. How can someone not be a Charles fan, man? He's just a family guy and a good fighter, always entertaining. Watch even Max Holloway fight was good for me. Me too. Do you think Charles is going to win against Max was boring? Not at all. Medic is a 5-minute fighter who, for Russell Fudge and Leon, is done. Um, got Russ. Yeah, exactly. And on short notice. And even Medic said it. They told him he was a striker. He turned out to be a grappler. So he was very confused. And again, it was not supposed to be Orb. I was a short notice, pretty late short notice too. But yeah, I don't think Medic hides what he is. He is exactly what he's done so far. He is a one round guy, and those 1 rounds are going to be incredible. He could do an incredible things. I don't think he'll ever be champion because of it, but he's entertaining as hell. We can't argue that. Do you think Usman Nurmagomedov deserves a title shot? Not in his debut. I also don't rate Medic that high, to be honest. I mean, I don't think he beats top 5 guys, but I definitely think he beats like Edwards. I don't think he beats a guy like Buckley. I don't think he beats a guy like Brady. I don't think he beats Prates. I don't think he beats Morales. But out of all of those, the more likelihood, like the chances to beating the fighter is Prates. And I think Prates destroys Medic. But I don't think he stands a chance against Morales, Brady. Brady, even maybe he could because Brady's chin's weird and he's not a good stand up fighter, but he's a good wrestler. Buckley, he loses to. Yeah, Ian is not a good fighter. Prove me wrong. Okay. Come on, bro. You think Rebetsky beats Orby in a rematch? Rebetsky got his ass beat by Diego Fierro a few months after that fight. War boy, did you watch the fight or do you just say things to say things? He beat the piss out of Diego Fierro in the first round of that fight. Almost KO'd him. And then he got tired and lost. Boy, when you say things, you actually have to know what you're talking about. It's not like you just win that fight and Fierro beat the shit out of him. No, 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 no. Who's your prospects of the year so far? I like guy like Yakiev and the 7-second KO for Fatima Klein. Oh, and Fatima Klein. Yeah, both those guys, those both not guys, but both of those prospects are great. I don't really. Oh, Amazov, even though he's probably ranked now, I like that guy as well. I think Medic can lose to worse guys if they stay safe and extend the fight. They can beat him. Yeah, the problem is in good for Medic is he's always going to make those guys fight, even if he's going to get caught and he's going to lose. It's because he's bringing the fight. He's not waiting around, which is good and bad for Medic. What about Medic JDM? I actually like Medic versus JDM. If you're a betting person, probably Medic first 2 rounds. But if it's 5 rounds, I think JDM could win. I don't like Protest because he promotes cigarettes. Man, that's bad. Who cares? What? Ism could beat Strickland easy. I don't think easy. I don't think easy. I think he beats him, but I don't think it's easy. Bruce Lee would be a flyweight in the UFC, very strong. Okay. Islam would 50-45 Sean Strickland. Wouldn't even be a challenge. That's crazy. What? What? Right, 10-7. I party with Pratas after 319. Dude, 10-7. That is sick. That is so awesome. Okay, but I am wrong about Diego Ferreira beating his ass. I said nothing wrong, buddy. Chill out. Yes, you are wrong about Diego beating his ass. Did you watch the fight, War boy? Rebetsky beat the shit out of Diego Ferreira in the first round, almost KO'd him. And then he got tired and Diego mounted him and beat him up and finished him. That's not beating his ass. Orby versus Edwards, book it. That shit would be fireworks. Agreed. How about you? How do I feel about Manuel Souza? I like Manuel Souza. I think he's awesome. This is a good test, but I don't think it's the test. Islam could maybe even beat Gan. I don't know. That's ridiculous. What a stupid take. Oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly, Diego. You just now picking that up, Diego? We talk about this all the time. This is like, we don't talk about politics. We can talk about movies. We can talk about TV shows. We can talk about anything but politics and all that stuff. We're just here to have fun. I did watch the fight, and you did see Rebetsky fight. Jesus Christ. I didn't say he didn't get beat up. He got beat up, but he didn't get his ass beat. The only one person almost was KO'd. Rebetsky literally got technical knocked out because he got gassed after whooping Diego Fierro's ass. If you sneeze on Rebecca, he bleeds like Nate Diaz. Exactly. 10-7. Please back me up on this. Rebetsky beat the shit out of Diego Fierro in the first round. Almost KO'd him. Almost got the stoppage. And then got tired. Literally. And then got tired. And got mounted by Diego, who's a monster in the mount. And then lost. What in the world, bro? I care about that. I want a cigarette smoker, and it was a real hard to me to leave it. Okay. Also, how far you think Michael Olivero goes? I need to see more before I can say one fight finishing Open Elliott doesn't tell me a whole lot. People forget how good Diego is. Oh yeah, yeah. It, it sucks that he's 41 years old because people also forget like he had a really competitive fight with Gamrot and then he got injured. Not something like they were rolling and he popped like his rib out or something. That's a fight I was interested in because again, it's another guy that can roll with Gamrot and people underestimate his grappling. Problem is he's 41. He's not as durable. But he's awesome. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for that guy, and that's good. Okay, but he still got his ass beat. That's a fact, regardless of how well he was doing the first round, buddy. I guess your opinion of an ass whooping is different than mine. I don't think you can get a 10-8 in the first round and then the other guy win this round and beat you up and get you bloody and still say that's an ass whooping. I'd say that's a comeback win and a good one. I wouldn't say that's an ass whooping. Diego and Benny fights were sick. Yes. Yes. And both really close too. Never said it was a dominant win. Dude, you're all over the place. You say it's not a dominant win, but you say Rebetsky got his ass beat. If you get an ass beat, it's a dominant win. Chimaev wins rematch. I feel like he does. No weird weight cut this time. I don't know. There's an argument he won that first fight. So I don't know. Is there a fighter you've seen more 10-8 rounds from than Brady? It's like every time we see Brady in there, he's getting chinned or domination. I would say Chimaev. More 10-8 rounds than anybody. You pay attention to the PFL at all? Yeah, I like Jesus Pinedo, Johnny Eblin, Van Stennis or whatever his name is, Impa. There's some fighters I like over there. I just wish their product was better. No, you can't also get your ass beat by having a destroyed face and losing the fight at the same time. Am I wrong? Yes, you are wrong. He was literally 10-8'd the round before. The guy got tired from whooping his ass. Literally. Islam 10-8 Strickland every round. No. Eblin is sick. Yes. What's up, King Kara? Kara, sorry. Bro, I got kicked out of a gas station because I accidentally dropped and spilled my soda before I was going to buy it. And the cashier freaked out and kicked me out, bro. I was so confused. What the fuck, LW? Jesus. That guy's a. I don't know. Besky lost the fight and his face was destroyed. Yeah, it's like, again, that's like saying Nate Diaz's face is bloody. Who cares? Therefore, he got his ass beat. Come on, sense. Okay. What do you think about Friday PFL card? I don't know too much about it. I honestly don't know too much about it. King Carl, we're talking about the Diego Fierro fight where Rebecca literally almost he had a 10-8 against Diego, almost finished him, and then gassed down Diego, bloodied him up, and had a comeback win. If it's Brian Battle this Friday, oh yeah, he's fighting fucking. Oh, I seen it. I can't remember who he's fighting, but yeah, I seen that. Chimaev didn't wrestle Strickland. He gassed out. He needs to move up to light heavyweight. I gassed out in the second, but there's an argument he won the next 3 rounds. Yeah, I don't know, man. He cussed me out even when I offered to clean it up. What the fuck? The fight was crazy. Too much pace. It was crazy. Yeah. Do you have matchup for John Pork? I like Evan Elder. Oh, dude, that's a great one. I like Evan Elder a lot. I think he's a really good prospect. I don't know where his CD. Oh, Dalton Costa. Yep, that's who that was. I don't like that Costa's Rasta. I'm sorry, Rasta. I don't like that he's back already. He was just flatlined. I think back to back, and he's back already. I don't like that. I do not like that. Yeah, I love that matchup, Deshaun. It's awesome. Other than that, I like your breakdowns, man. I make money taking your picks. I appreciate your war boy. We're just having fun over here. We're good. Dalton is growing. No. Dakota beats Prime Nunez and Prime Cyborg. That's crazy. He did get bad by Leon's brother. Yes. And then he got bad by Impa. He did get bad by, yeah. Flatlined by my boy Impa. Yep. And then Leon before that. Head kicked. And then finished by Impa. Now he's back like 3-4 months later. I don't like it. I hate when fighters do that. Because you could ruin your career because you don't give yourself enough time to recover. I don't like it. It's not like he's gonna come in and wrestle fucking Brian Battle. for 5 rounds. Watch, that's what happens. Battle's gonna win. I hope so. I like Battle. I think he'll be KO'd again. Possibly. Possibly. I don't know if Battle's striking's technical enough to find that shot, but he has good hands, yeah. Manuel Sosa is nasty on the feet, though. Only person that KO'd Ruffy. Correct. And the thing I do like about Sosa, even though I'm not 100% sold on him, is his last 2 wins are in the 3rd round. So his cardio is okay. Did slow down in the 2nd round, came back real hard in the 3rd, and then he lost his first in the Contender Series fight, the first 2 rounds, came back in the 3rd and won and got a finish. So yeah, I do like him a lot. Who's Valentina Shevchenko fighting next? Who the fuck knows if she's fighting again? Who else does she need to fight? Dakota should have fought Liz Carmouche. I think that's the fight that's going to happen. And I think she would have looked better if she didn't have that big layoff. Ring rust is a thing, man. Why Alexander Dupore is never fighting? He really needs to fight. He really needs the money. Does he need the money? I don't know. I don't think he does. I have no idea why he doesn't fight often. I'm not sold on him, anyways. Battle did get dominated in the wrestling by Evelyn like 2 months ago. I think you're right. Wasn't trying to disagree, but you are correct. I think Evelyn, Jesus, is on that next tier. I think Brian also took that on short notice. It seemed like it developed very quickly. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but um, yeah, I don't think Rasta is that type of grappler of Evelyn, but we'll find out. Drink milk or are you intolerant? I do not drink milk. Richard Miranda live dog at plus 220. Absolutely live dog at plus 220, but I don't think he wins. Because we have no idea because he's fought nobody good. Nobody. Battle was sick in the UFC, 271 in the promotion before they cut him. Yeah, they cut him because of himself, which it sucks. I hope he gets back there one day. Just for the story. Dakota beats many top 10 UFC men in the flyweight. That's crazy. You got Silva or Yair? Silva. I do not like Yair. I hope Grasso gets an impressive finish at Noche against Manon. I hope Manon kicks the fucking breaks the beads off Grasso's head. But I think Grasso wins. I think Ilya's paying him pretty well. I mean, his brother and Oliveira more important. Okay. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Again, become a member down here for about $2.99. Appreciate you guys so much. Super chats are always welcome. Smack that like button. We're 1 like away from smacking 20 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who do I have in the Asplin fight? I really like Asplin. I am never picking Pat. He got dropped and almost finished by Thomas fucking Peterson. So, yeah. Tom Aspinall loses to Taito Avasa. That's crazy. Who do you have in the Asplin fight? Stephen Asplin. Why the fuck is Yair ranked 5th? Good question. Silva gets too emotional. He can't fight Yair the way he fought Lopez. It's the only time he's done that. You are correct, though. Bro, why you don't like Grasso? My God, why you heard that? Because I think she's incredibly overrated. I think she wins, but I think she's incredibly overrated. People act like she's the next coming of fucking Shevchenko. She's not at all. Mm. if only, if only Juice Man was in here. That's his girl. I think Louis Sutherland wins this weekend. I don't, but I appreciate you. Who does Amazon fight next? Prates? Brady? Brady's the matchup to make. He's crafty. He's crafty, but he's not good. Beating Taito Avasa means nothing to me. Means nothing. Amazon JDM or Bonfim? Ooh, Bonfim's a fun test for him. I don't want to see Amazon fight JDM. Yeah, those are great matchups, 10-7. Amazon Bilal, if we don't get Usman Bilal, yeah. Those are great matchups, for sure. Usman Bilal would be a lot of fun. If they grapple. I don't want to see them strike for 5 fucking rounds or 3 rounds. I'm hearing Gane versus Aspinall main event for MSG in November. I like it. I like it. I'm ready for Aspinall to get his ass whooped. Yair is only 33 years old, been fighting in the UFC for 15 years, right? Nobody's overrated her. She lost 2 times to Valentina. Come on, man. She's probably rated. You don't know the MMA community. What are you talking about? Louis Sutherland's opponent is 41, though, I think. To be honest, Louis should beat him. That's not true, Patrick. Or, that's not Patrick, Pear. That's not true. If you go to Tapology, his opponent is only like 31, 30, something like that. Yes, on ESPN, he says he's 41. Not true. Not true. Does Grasso have feet picks? I don't care. Who's next for Murzakanov? That's a great question. Paulo? No, Jesus Christ. Paulo's beat him. Roundtree when he comes back, maybe? Bomb Theme is excellent. The category is incredible. Fair enough. Dariush is Euros Medic, main training partner. Poor man, sacrificing his chin in and out of the octagon. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Gable beats every heavyweight in history. Gable fucking sucks. Yeah, you could do Mirzakhanov Navajo. That's a fun one. Okay, that makes much more sense. Completely changes the fight. The Brazilian should win then, to be honest. I think so too. Who's overrating her? What if something people said? Don't ever. Yeah, I don't know. It just being in around like on X or Twitter or whatever and YouTube communities, a lot of people like Grasso. Gable beats John Jones. Yep. Imagine another foul happens and Gon versus Tom rematch and stops the fight. Oh, something's gonna happen for sure. Gable would smash Josh Hockett. No, I don't think so. Dude, Gable was getting touched by fucking Ellison. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh. Mm. Mm. Conor McGregor versus Ben Shapiro, December 12th. Do you think UFC should add more weight classes to eliminate dangerous weight cuts? I think it should be every 5 pounds 70, 75, 80, 55, 60, 65, and 70, 75, 85, 90, 95, 200, 205. Unfortunately, Josh Hockett is like that. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know what kind of athlete Gable is, obviously. Oh, I do. As the girls too. Ferrari probably beats Grasso. To be honest, her power and striking is nasty. I think her striking's a bit overrated. Like Shevchenko beat the shit out of her, and I just again I'm not sold on her striking. I'm not sold on her power. When's the last time she's had a big finish? I know you're gonna say Jasmine Jasavacius. Jasmine's not really a finisher. She's not great defensively. She's you know what I mean. Top tier people. I don't know. I think Grasso's boxing is way better than Fiorot's kickboxing. Gon beats Tom? I hope so, Franz. So is people like Grasso. That means she's overrated. Okay. If they're saying that she's the best in the division and people don't put enough respect on her name, yes, that's overrating her. People are saying she's champion, and people are saying she's incredible. Oh my God, she's so good. Yes, that's she's overrated. Is we live? We're live. Lorenzo. Sean Shirk is underrated all the time. I like Sean Shirk. Turner better be ready to check leg kicks. You goddamn right, Colostrum. Hey, what's haircut? What? Lorenzo. The jump from middleweight to light heavyweight is crazy, and the jump from light heavyweight to heavyweight is too much. Agreed. Jasmine is 37-year-old wrestler. Exactly. Exactly. And she didn't even fight her the way she should have. UFC should add a mega super heavyweight weight class. No, it's bad enough where we're already at. You think RoboCop beats Fluffy? I do. I do too. The problem is also in a 5 rounder though. I think Fluffy is a live dog if he gets past the second round. Who do I have? Islam or Ian next weekend? Islam. What's up, bro? Yo, what's up, Hillbilly? At work. Sean Shirk in his prime beats Usman. That's unbelievably stupid. Gon versus Tom supposedly is opening at a pick'em. Well, Tom was minus 400 first fight. Good. Should be a pick'em. So excited to get past this weekend and get to the next card. Yeah, this weekend's weird. This weekend's not great. I think it could be better. Like Diego was saying, last card was a 4 out of 10. I thought it was at least 6.5, 7, and then on top of the finishes, that's damn near a 10 out of 10 card to be honest. But this card is a 4 out of 10 with finishes. It could get up to a 7 out of 10. Blessings, man. Just want to say hi and good night. I appreciate you, Lorenzo. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Muscle Shark, no way. Muscle Shark's awesome. RoboCop is definitely beating Fluffy. I think so too. But if it gets late, Fluffy could win. He has better cardio. It's not stupid. Maybe you're a casual. Okay. Did you see Gon crossing up Rudy Gobert? I did see that. Man, what an athlete Gon is. Yeah. Also, what the fuck is Rudy Gobert gonna do? What's he gonna do? Shirk was winning over both Diaz brothers. Okay. I think Gon gets a fourth round TKO over Aspinall. Oh, I hope so. Gable is crazy fighter. Maybe beats Tom. No way. Manuel Souza versus Richie Miranda is gonna be crazy. Absolutely. The big difference for me in this matchup is how explosive Souza is against Richie. I think Richie's gonna be there to be hit. If he can survive that early parts of first round, Richie can win in round two. But if he gets back to round three, I think Miranda can get Souza can get another finish in round three. And I'm just working, brother. God, you need a day off, Hillbilly. I'm sorry, buddy. They moved Charles Johnson to the main card. I'm okay with that. I like Charles Johnson a lot. Gon beats Tom in three. Ooh, I hope so. I wish Pereira went into the Gon fight at 230, 235. Would have been better for him. Yeah, I agree with you. You don't like Mexican fighters? What are you talking about? Tank Abbott was awesome back in the day. Sure, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I got Souza by power differential. Sure. I just think he's a little bit better at not getting hit. I think Richie's going to be there to be hit. Tank Davis beats Ilya in MMA. Not in MMA. Souza keeps his power late. Yes, he does. Unlike most, correct. People hoping on Gon bandwagon after he's KO'd Alex. I mean, I'm not bandwagon on Gon at all. I was always on Gon. Would Usman or Magomedov get a title shot on his debut? That never happened before, right? And couldn't. I definitely think it's happened before. I think Josh Thompson came from the Strike Force and got an immediate title shot against Benson where he lost a split. Pretty sure it's true. Yeah, bro, I do need more days off, 100%. Yeah, you do, Hillbilly. You don't want to burn yourself out and then not want to be there, like physically, if that makes sense, or mentally. Bruno Lopez live dog versus Deer. I mean, both of them are live dogs because Deer by knockout is a live pick. Bruno Lopez by submission is a live pick. It's just what it is. 2 weeks of takedown defense training and Tank Davis beats Ilya. No. I mean, you're trashing Nair and Alexa. That's sad for me. I literally said Alexa wins. What are you talking about? I know we were the only ones arguing with people in the chat before that fight. Everyone else picked Tom. Yeah, 100%. We were there. Most recently, Kaya Asakura got a title shot at UFC's debut. You're right. I forgot about that. You're correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, that Korean guy, what's his name? He got a title shot against Pantoja. There it is, Kaya Asakura. Yep. It was Gilbert Melendez who got a title shot against Benson. Thompson never fought Benson. Thompson never fought Benson. Did I get that wrong? Because I know Jorge Masvidal um also fought Benson Henderson. Now I gotta look. Got me all confuzzled. Let me see. He did fight Josh Thompson. You're telling me I'm wrong? You're telling me I'm wrong. Me, this guy right here with this knowledge of this fight. You're telling me I'm wrong. The fuck out of here. Fought him in 2014 January. Literally, UFC on Fox 10. Henderson versus Thompson, Chicago, Illinois. What the fuck are you talking about? Actually, I even said Jorge Masvidal. He didn't even fight fucking Gilbert Melendez. Right there, he fought him. 2013. Fought Gilbert Melendez, Anthony Pettis, and then fought Josh Thompson. Again, you're telling me I'm wrong? Unbelievable. Abu Dhabi card was goaded. I made fucking 850 from a 20 on that card. The Caucasus fighters are the most well-rounded fighters on the planet, in my opinion. Side note, Makachev submits Gary. You're correct. I appreciate you. Yes, Kai. Kai Kara, best unranked flyweight right now by far. Kai Kara France. Ugh. Do I know Takeo Suzuki? No. Do you think RDR could beat Brandon Allen in a rematch? Hell yeah. Look what he's doing. He was fresh. He was whooping that ass, and then he got tired. We will slime out Gamrot this Saturday night. We should. What's up, Taporia? What's up, man? Tom isn't even top 3 heavyweight in my opinion. I agree with you. Brock Lesnar also got a title shot his first fight, didn't he? No. He fought Frank Mir. He fought Frank Mir, and then he fought Heath Herring, and then I think he fought Randy Couture. Thompson never ever fought Benson, and Masvidal didn't either. Dude, what are you talking about? Uh, remember the Eve Edward head kick over Josh Thompson? Yep. Had his bag, turned, spun him around, and boom. I'm 23. I started watching UFC in 2020. Never looked back. Hell yes. What is your birthday? I'm going to donate something that day. September 27th. He didn't fight him for the belt. You're wrong. So, yes, you're wrong. Okay. What the fuck are we talking about here? Oh, he didn't fight him for the title. Oh, my bad. Okay. Congratulations. He didn't fight him for a title. He just fought him in a main event. No, he just fought Gilbert Melendez for a title. Oof. Oof. Gilbert was the Lineal Strike Force champion, not Thompson. Never said he was Thompson. Is Ethan Ewing a future champ? I don't know. I need to see more. What I like is great, but yeah. I hate Tom so much, but I think he's the best heavyweight on the planet. I think Gon's better, but I appreciate you. Do you think that Joshua Van versus Kai Kara France a banger? No. I think Joshua Van would flatline Kai Kara France. So many rage baiters online, right? I would sub Josh Van, okay? Gotcha. I think Frank was champion at the time. I know it was at UFC 100 though. No, I believe the 100 was when Brock was actually champion. Because I'm pretty sure the first Frank Mir and Lesnar fight, Frank Mir, heavyweight, 19 and 13. Ugh, Jesus. Hurts my soul. Okay, so he loses to Brock. Yeah, so he beats Big Nog. No. Beats Antonio Hardnonk, and then beats Brock, and then beats Big Nog. Would you rather see RDR versus Yuri or RDR versus Costa? RDR versus Yuri, for sure. Then RDR Costa. I think that's a problem. Joshua Van would walk through Kai. He would do him dirty. Yep. Francis beats Gon and Tom and John. That's not true at all. Yo, what's up, Juice Man? Melissa Amaya beat Giggy Kanana. That was a firefight on Tough. Yeah, it was awesome. I really liked it. RDR was facing Delize. Yep, I think he beats the shit out of Delize. Francis already beat Gon, but even though John ducked Francis, John would beat Francis. He didn't duck him. He told him what he was doing, and Francis left. And then scammed PFL out of a bunch of money. Frank was interim champ at 100. He beat Big Nog. No, I think he became the interim champion. You're correct. You are correct. That is true. That is true. Lost interim title. Lost interim title against Brock. Which again, Brock was champion. So Frank was not a champion. Is Armin Charles 2 really the main event for 331? Has to be Joshua Van Pantoja. This season of Tough is actually really good, in my opinion, fan for real. I agree with you. Melissa Amaya is tough. She's awesome. John also ducked. Okay, we're not going to keep going on that. Also, any chance you help me get Heroes numbers? What? I want Xavier Franklin to win it all bantamweight. He dropped David Martinez in Dana White's Contender Series. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how Franklin continues to grow in this competition. I think the next couple fights, because he's gonna be backed up against, his back is gonna be against the wall. Very curious to see how he fights in the next couple. But yeah, dropping David Martinez is a big sign. What do you think about Sutherland loses his opponent, fought Plumbers? Sutherland, I'm not impressed at all by him. Do not look on ESPN because they say his opponent's 41. He is not 41. I thought Gon beat Francis. Ooh, okay. Hot take, but Pantoja should get his belt back with ease if you compare it to Marab getting his belt back, his back. Um, you mean Taira? I agree with you. Melissa Amaya versus Tina Black in the tough finale. I'm not a big Tina Black believer, but I do think Melissa would win that fight. Melissa Amaya is a dog for a female. That arm got messed up and she still kept fighting. Dude, there was no ounce of quitting her. Amaya is gonna win tough. No chance she loses to Tina Black or the French lady. I agree with you. I'm a fan of Melissa. Me too. Yeah, you're right. Lesnar versus two was UFC 100. What number event was it when Mir versus Brock won? I can't remember. It was UFC 81 Breaking Point. But again, Frank was just interim. Brock was actually champion. The main event of that card that Frank beat Brock was Nogueira and Tim Sylvia, and Nogueira won by guillotine. Actually trapped Tim in that sequence to submit him. It was a beautiful sequence by Nogueira. Nate Marquardt submitted Jeremy Hearn. Tyson Griffin beat Gleison Tebow. Chris Lido beat Kyle Bradley. 33 seconds. Tim Bosch beat David Heath. Slammed him against the cage. I remember that was incredible. Oh, there's only a few fights on this card. Holy moly. 9. Giga fell in love with his jiu-jitsu too much and gassed out. You're right about that. Same juice. Yep. Prime JDS is the best heavyweight of all time. Prime JDS is awesome, but Kane beat Prime JDS. So Xavier Franklin reminds me of John Dotson. Ooh, I think John had belt more power and it was a lot faster, but that's a great comparison. The French girl and Gigi, and the other Brazilian chick that lost in the blue team all can get the juice though. He's about to fight the Cruising guy. Yep. What do you mean you're not going, dude? You're ducking from the argument. Yeah, because every time you come on here, you want to bring up this conversation. I'm not having this conversation again. Any thoughts on Till versus Romero and BKFC 94? At some point, age has to catch up with Romero. At some point, he's still explosive. He's still fast. Till got dropped in his last fight by nobody. I have to lean towards Romero, but who knows? I also thought Gon beat Francis. LOL. Francis did not damage on the ground. Ooh, okay. The French girl is cute. Okay. Gon landed double Francis strikes that fight. Okay. Thoughts on Michael Oliveira that fought this past weekend? I mean, incredible power, good accuracy. He's not tested yet. So I don't really have any big thoughts besides great power. You like to see it. Not big on Tina Black? No, not at all. I'm Evolve is going to be waiting forever for a title shot, just like Armin. It looks like Dana doesn't want them to be champions. It has nothing to do with Dana. I'm Evolve said he's not going to fight Chimaev, so it's pushing a weird spot. He should fight Strickland, but Strickland has his shoulder injury. So it's just when is Strickland going to be ready, and then it's going to be I'm Evolve. Pantoja will finish Van or any other 125er to win the belt back. I think he finishes Van, and then I think Cop knocks his block off. Do you think it's too much of a step up for Jesse Rosas? Yes, because he's fought nobody, and then he's fighting Miles Johns. He still can win. It's a good underdog play if you're going to pick him. I get it. 3-5 losing streak for Johns, but I do like Johns on that. Gigi is fighting this weekend at UFC Vegas 120. What? Did what? Excuse me? Uh, I don't see that. I don't see that at all. Xavier reminds me of the alcoholic dude from like 2 seasons ago. Who's that? Yeah, Giga fight this weekend. She took Shonoda's fight against who? I don't see it on here at all. Really? Huh? I didn't know that. Yo, Torn, what's up, buddy? Do you think Minnow Cobb should get the winner of Van Pantoja? 100%. Pantoja will be back, no stopping him. Fair enough. Tim Bosch was a beast. Yes, he was. Torn, what's up? I'm a fan of Xavier too. Hope he wins. I agree. What's up, Juice? Okay, bro, I get it. Jones is your favorite fighter. He's not actually. Cowboy is. Much love, bro. I got to get back to work. I appreciate you, Hillbilly. Stay safe. I'll see you at the next one. Gene Sylvia, Rodriguez just got announced. Yes, it did. Finally, yay. Xavier reminds me of Edwin Cooper Jr., if y'all remember him. Edwin Cooper Jr. Why does that sound familiar? Edwin, what in the world? Edwin Cooper Jr. 33. Oh, okay. He hasn't fought in 2 years since that Santos loss in the Ultimate Fighter. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I forgot about that guy. Wow. Torn, have you been watching Ultimate Fighter? Strickland says he's almost ready. He's going to be back soon. That's not at all what he said. He said it's healing, but it's going to be a bit. Who is Gigi fighting? I don't know. Pantoja beat Cop right before. I think Cop wins the belt next year. I don't think they ever fought. I didn't see that announcement. Yep. What is the meaning of that? I have no idea what you're saying. And I haven't. Yeah, definitely watch it. It's really good. I haven't watched Ultimate Fighter since Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw back in the day. It's a very good season this year. Gigi is fighting Carl for okay. Till will smoke Romero. His boxing is nasty. You must not know who Romero is. Till was just dropped by nobody in his last fight. Literally dropped. Hurt. Yeah. Torn, bro, you're missing out. Not even joking so far. I rated a 10 out of 10 and it's not even over yet. Gene Silva's a crybaby. Okay. Not even joking. That's why he barks. Apparently, Aaron Pico, Yusuf Zalal is in the works for 331. How do you guys like that fight? I think Yusuf Zalal strangles Pico. Zalal doesn't get hit a lot in his fights. It's a tough fight for Pico. Kevin Vallejos versus Laurel Murphy. I like Vallejos because of the speed, but we're going to really find out how good he is. Zalal is grappling Zabit in ACA. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Yes, check it out. Pantoja and Cop did fight in 2021. Pantoja beat him by decision. Oh, yeah, it was a very close decision. I think it was Cop's debut because I remember he lost back-to-back fights. You're correct. Dude, forgot Islam Dolotov and Viziev going to be a champion in a couple years. Well, Dolotov actually has to fight, but not pull out. Shorter man Diddy boxing for Romero. Okay. I watched the entire season of Tough today to catch up. Guy is fighting Carol Foro this week. Ah, okay. Okay. Viziev champion? No. Sabatini should be fighting Arnold Allen then. I like that a lot. I'm picking Aaron Pico. I just don't see how he wins. Vallejos is not the next Deporia. We'll find out. Do you like cops? Do what, 10-7? Mike Oliveira will be a champion. We need way more to figure that out. Pico stinks, Torn. I think Pico has potential still. It's just putting it all together. I can't pick Pico unless it's guys on their last contract. I have an ATF agent locked in my basement. Okay. Vazeev is the perfect fit for the BMF title. Charles would never give him a shot. He doesn't deserve a shot. That's why he wouldn't get one. Every welterweight prospect always gets Adam Fugit as their debut. You're right about that. Nobody is next to Poirier. Poirier is top 3 GOAT. Nobody can match his level or skills inside the octagon. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Who would you pick between Zalal Pico? I know, right? Charles ducking Viziev. Okay. UFC has a lot of young talent right now in their mid-20s for sure. Absolutely, they do. Yes, they do. 100%. Again, I appreciate you guys so much on the support tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, dang it. Ducking him. My God. Zalal by poking and running away, sneezing and sleeping Pico somehow. Did you see Rachmanov's training? I think he can make a good comeback. I think so too. I like Zalal. I think Zalal is a very fun fighter. To Brown Jones, Ilya, go cry about it. You're goddamn right. I love you. Who's Dana White's contender series guy to look out for? I mean, there's a Sean O'Malley guy. What's his name? Jordan. I can't remember. I'll tell you. Blah, blah, blah. God damn. DWCS. Oh, August 11th, week 1. Oh, yeah, John Cunnaman. That guy. That guy's a lot of fun. There's a lot of really good potential prospects coming on these cards for sure. How far do you think Vallejos will go? Well, the Rowan fight will tell us. You don't really know because he hasn't fought anybody all that good. Pico is going to be the better striker. Zalal isn't a power puncher, so Pico has nothing to worry about. Well, I will say Zalal has good knees. He has some power in his knees. Um, but Zalal doesn't get hit. So Josh Acho is fighting Charles Johnson next Saturday. I swear if Acho gets KO'd, bro. Yeah, that'd be dude. Johnson is the weirdest striker I've ever seen, probably ever. I think Acho actually wins. Torin Pico just takes snaps for no reason. Takes naps for no reason. Power doesn't matter to him. You're right about that. Who do you think they'll give Shavkat for his return? I mean, it could be Morales or fucking Process for all we know. Said top 3, okay? By the way, did you see John Jones said Ilya beats Islam? He said this because Islam about to surpass Jones' legacy. He is not about to pass him. Weirdest striker is DDP. I want to see Tiramov Voivol. I think Tiramov sleeps Voivol. I think his speed, again, I called this with the Ursig fight. The speed for Tiramov is his biggest weapon, on top of power, obviously. DDP Yuri is being rumored to happen. 2 thoughts on that fight. I hope that's not true. Daniel Rodriguez, weirdest striker. He's a weird striker for sure. But we've seen it had success. Have it success. I've never seen John KO'd before. You're right about that. You're right about that. Never seen him on his knees from a strike. I've never even seen him knocked down. He needs a lot more defenses. We can start to talk about him being in the top 5 once he beats Morales and Prates. You think Shavkat can beat Prates? Yes, with his grappling style, I think he could. DDP Yuri is going to be a dogfight if it happens. Absolutely. I think Yuri wins. I don't see DDP doing Yuri like he did Usman. I agree with you. I don't know if the power translates, to be honest. I don't know. God. We're not doing Yuri versus DDP. God, I hope not. I don't know how DDP would do it to 205. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't trust Yuri's chin, and that's fair. That's fair. But he only gets knocked out by good technical strikers. Pico's a law should be a great fight. Should be. Royval is a good test for Tiramov, though. Did you think Kavanaugh was going to KO Royval? I thought he had a good chance of testing that chin, which he did. He almost KO'd him. He almost finished him. I didn't like Royval. The biggest problem I had with that calling that fight was Royval just cut off that KO of Cop, and then he came back. I thought too soon. And he still got dropped twice and almost finished. With a guy like Tiramov, who hits as hard and as fast as he is, and as much as Royval gets hit, I'd probably go Tiramov. I think DDP head kicks Yuri. Ooh, okay. Yuri is my favorite fighter. I never want to see him fight again, though, to be honest. I'm good. I can't deal with that shit. You're right about that. You are right about that. Yuri has an IQ problem, not a chin problem. Well, again, it's you live by the sword, you die by the sword. He win if he beats Oberg. Like how many fights have we watched him be crazy? It's like, dude, just tighten up a little bit. But then he wins. It's unbelievable. I'm a believer in Pico. I like Pico. I don't see a path to victory against Yusuf Zalal, especially from Zalal getting his butt whooped by Aljamain Sterling. I think it's a chin and IQ issue. Again, he's only getting chinned by good strikers. It's not like he's getting chinned by like Rakic or something. So I think they'll try and make Carlos first Yuri 2. Yuri. Oh God, I hope not. Islam cooked that shit out of McGregor. Huh? Cooked the shit out of McGregor? What do you say? Yuri is a warrior, but he is easily hit. That's true. His chin isn't bad. He just sticks his chin out, doesn't move his head at all, and keeps his hands down. Yep. But again, he's what, 30-5? Something like that. 32-5? Something. 30, something like that. You think Taporia could get the sub on Lemos? Yes. If she wins, I think it's by sub. I think Lemos could win by decision or knockout. Rakic and Khalil are very overrated and have mid power at 205. See, I think Rakic has been bad always. He's never really been good. I like Khalil striking. I like how technical he is. I think he has good power. I don't think he has one punch power, but yeah, it's because Jones got got a good chin. He almost knocked out a couple fights, Rashad and Lyoto. He was never almost knocked out by Rashad or Lyoto. And Yuri faced the ghost of Jamal Hill. Who would you pick between Usman and Topuria if he comes to UFC? Topuria. I need to see way more of Usman before I say Usman wins. It's rumored Usman is going to sign. Oh, yeah, he absolutely signing. Yuri beat Jamal Hill like he stole something. Why does Alex get credit but Yuri doesn't? Exactly. And the biggest thing in that is I thought Hill would win that because Yuri gets hit so much. And the difference that Yuri made in that matchup was he moved his head. He made Jamal come to him, and then he got his head off the center line. He was able to catch Hill coming in. It was a great change. But then he doesn't do it in the Carlos fight. I think Khalil is a crybaby. Okay, he takes things too literal and doesn't know how to take a joke. He also has cardio issues. I mean, how does he? I don't understand. He has cardio issues. He was beating the fuck out of Yuri, and then he got tired as he was beating him up. It's like saying like Matthias Rebecca has cardio issues because he got tired against Diego Fierra. Oh, he got tired because he was whooping that ass, and then he got caught. I'm really excited for Ivo Barneski's future at light heavyweight. I agree, me too. Usman is a bomb. He ain't Islam. Okay. I'm going to take Usman to beat Taporia. Wow. Alonzo Menafield is official for 331 in LA. I have seen nothing on it. Khalil is a very crybaby. Well said. They gifted him Alex fight. Gifted him. He was winning before that. He was making excuses as to why he lost to Alex. Okay. I can't stand Khalil. Fair enough. I just really appreciate his technical ability. I like it a lot. I knew he was going to give Alex problems because of how technical he was. And that finishing sequence from Alex in that fight is one of the most beautiful finishing sequences. Besides TJ Dillashaw, Henan Barrow too. Whew. If you let Yuri get going, you're going to lose. Correct. He's an avalanche that no one can stop. You need to hit him with a massive shot early. Correct. Billy Ray Goff is a live dog. Dude, there's so many live dogs, but there's no like, this guy is 100% going to win. It's so weird. Khalil puts on fun fights sometimes, but in the fact of, would you rather win over losing because he gets glazed for losing? Um, I think so many people counted him out of the Alex fight that when he lasted and did well as he did, they were like, oh my gosh. But to me, it's like, I knew he was going to do well against Alex. I knew that. So I wasn't shocked. I was happy he was getting appreciated for it. But then he has the Yuri fight, and he looked great in the Yuri fight until he didn't. I don't think he looked great in the Jamal Hill fight when Roundtree shouldn't have been fighting. His coach said, I wanted to pull him. He wanted to fight. He beat the shit out of Jamal Hill. Granted, Jamal Hill is not great, but still. He was actually going hard, Alex. Alonzo is ranked 15, so there's chance for Ivo to get ranked too. I hate that. Khalil was coming at Alex hard. Yes, he was. Alex is so good when he's mad. Khalil fight in Enclave 2. He's a great example. He's fully locked in when he's angry. Khalil is very good. He's just an unlikable guy. Yeah, I know a lot of people have had complaints with Khalil. I haven't really seen them. I try not to get into the drama stuff just because, like, some people ask me, like Diego in the chat asked me why I don't do different content, like report on stories and stuff. And the biggest problem I have with doing it, like with the Anthony Smith stuff, it's like I report on something, I do a video and I talk about what happened. And then his wife comes out and says it's just a mental health thing. The cops turned it into something it's not. Well, then I have to go back on my video and be like, well, this didn't happen. It's the same thing. Like I talked about Logan Storley getting falsely accused of SA, but at the time he was accused of it. And he was arrested for it outside of a nightclub. So I did a video on it. Well, recently it found out that all of it was not true. It was not a true accusation. She just made an accusation because she sucks. And whoever this girl is, she should go to prison forever. It's an awful thing to do. But that's why I don't do content like that because I, you don't know in those circumstances what happened. Ugh, sorry. The fight I want to see is Diego Lopez, Justin Gaethje. I think Lopez gets hit a little bit too much. Clearly lost to Pereira and Pereira's son Yuri. He's just a mid fighter. Okay. Rakic isn't good. He loses to Walker Stevenson and Petrino low key. I don't know if he loses to Petrino. Because Petrino's, I think he's better at light heavyweight, but ooh. I've never thought Rakic was good. Never. I want to see Morales versus Amazov title eliminator process fight the winner of Islam Gary. That's a hard fight for Amazov. I can see Justin Friday Lopez finding his chin early. Yep. Oh, good job, Ox. What are you doing? You're gone. Goodbye. What a stupid thing to do. Alex is expecting to retire at the end of the year or fight for a big money. That's fair enough. Gaethje versus Lopez would be a banger. Yeah. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Oh. I think Amazov can beat him. Well, the thing is, like, we don't know about Morales' ground game. Like, Neil Magny took him down. Amazov, we don't know how he's going to get Michael Morales down. If he get him down, we don't know how his ground game is. That's the hard part about it. What did he do? What are you talking about, Warboy? Oh, said the N word. Typed in the N word. Just in case you will be the better striker, I believe. I mean, he's wild at times. I think Diego's a little bit more accurate early. I believe Morales right now is the hardest fight for Islam. I think the hardest fight for Islam is Shafkat. I think that's the hardest fight. Thank you, Colostra. Alex won't retire. I think he makes good money. He got one of the best contracts maybe after he's done UFC. He'll go to boxing. The Orthodox dude was talking about Prime JDS, but he just proved he's an immature kid that got all of his MMA knowledge from Google. Correct. Gognon versus who next? Oh gosh, I can't even remember what fucking division that is. I think the guy that he fought, if he didn't get dead leg, which is from Noah, I think that fight would have been a lot of fun. Noah Gugnon, 10-2, only 25 years old. Wow, wow. Was KO'd in Bellator a long time ago against Mark Ewan, 2023. It's not that long ago. Who does he fight? He's 55. He's in 155. Jesus. It's nobody in the top. I mean, mm, let's do Mathis Camilo, who just yeah, the winner. How about that? The winner of Jai Herbert and Mathis Camilo. Hardest fight for Islam is Taporia. You think Gamrot will win this weekend? Nope. I have Quinlan winning. Yeah, I agree. Shavkat does give Islam problems. Shavkat knees are made of paper mache. He's done. Let's throw him away. Fair enough. I mean, I think there's an argument for Prates and Morales, to be honest, because I think Prates is a better overall striker, but Morales has one touch KO power. I don't think he's a good striker. He throws with reckless ability, but he has power to make up for his lack of technical ability. Prates is a better striker, and I don't think it's even close. But because he's a better striker, he is, I think, a little bit more susceptible to takedowns. You know, Morales is so goddamn big that yeah, that could give him problems. Almost beat. Sorry. Okay. Other than that, I think Islam Makhachev with Carlos Prates and Michael Morales. Ooh, okay. Islam beats both. I agree, Torn, but Pratis has nuclear power, and Morales is a big boy. That's true. And like I said, the biggest problem, this is why I want guys to be tested earlier before this. We don't know about Morales' ground game. We don't know. And I want to know before we get to this position because then we don't know. Ow. Perfect story is Islam beats Gary, then Shavkat retires at 30-1. Fair enough. I'm not excited to see Shavkat return. I also think he's done. No one comes back from catastrophic injuries like that and is the same. I agree with you. Nikolic versus who next? Ooh. Well, I think he's going to get a pretty big fight, to be honest. Oh, that's the fucking guy who fought Mark, which they fucked up. I think he was out cold from the submission. His style is going to get him KO'd one time. It is gonna happen. He's at bantamweight. Let's do him. Is Juicy J in this weight class? Or am I wrong? Hmm. Let's do him versus. Let's do him versus Surhi City. Let's do that. Yeah, that one's not a bad one at all. I like that. Prates could be prime Islam or beat Islam to Poirier and Prates hardest fight. I think Prates has more power than Morales. Ooh, I disagree with that. Is there any chance Makachev decides to retire if he beats Gary? He said no, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Prates has more power than Morales. I mean, you see Morales touch guys and they go down. Prates, it takes a little bit of shots. Ian, the future Machado, Gary, please use his full name. Please respect the next. He's not going to be a champion. Islam will 100% win. That third round was brutal. Yes, it was. It was fucking brutal. That's for sure. Islam said he is not going to retire. Correct. That chick who just body TKO'd Haley Cohen should be fighting Bia. Let's get a classic striker grappler matchup. Ooh, okay. I hope she gets another striker, but Bia, her striking defense has not looked good. I did know he was still in the UFC. Yep, he's still in the UFC. 2-1. Prates has more power. I agree. I think Morales will KO Prates if they fight. Pure power Morales because of size, but Prates has the touch of death. Some people just have it. That's fair. What's the Tommy Hearns thing? 10-7. The long, lanky. Same things with Kevin Holland. He has weird power because he's so long. It's like that Tommy Hearns stuff. Morales hasn't even put anyone out cold yet in UFC. Yes, he did. He put Trevin Giles out cold. Ooh, is that it? No, okay. I guess that might be true. That might be true, Roll Boy. Actually, now that you think about it. O'Malley, Quinlan, sort of long, lanky whipper power. Yep, whippy power. Exactly. I think if they were like a little bit like upper weights, they probably that power would show a little bit more. Did you see the UFC about a fighter died on Dana White? I seen that. I think people are taking that out of context. I don't think he was posting them like, oh look, this fighter died, and I'm having a cigarette or a cigar or whatever. I don't think that's. I think it was out of context. No, Bia deserves a higher rate, higher opponent. Fair enough. No, that ruled a TKO too. No, that was ruled a TKO too. Oh, the Giles was. Oh, okay. Morales put Sean Brady out. I don't think he was out cold. I think he was TKO'd. And Gilbert Burns, I think that was a TKO as well. But yeah, they're both powerful. Pratis has the precision, though. Yes, he does. Didn't Trevin Giles fall down the stairs and get KO'd against Kevin Holland? No. No. He got KO'd against Drakus. He got KO'd against Prates. Kevin Holland never KO'd him. Oh, no. No. Brady's chin is sus and Burns is 50. You're right about that. Brady's chin's not good. As a wrestler, he's incredible. I think if Holloway can stick and move, he can beat Michael Morales. What? And Prates can't stand and trade with him. What? Morales cuts a lot of weight for welterweight. Agreed. Prates doesn't cut weight. He's already said so. Yeah, that's crazy. He's crazy. He's nuts. Morales doesn't have much of the precision and timing. Honestly, he doesn't. He doesn't. If he was technical at all, he'd be a monster. I think Dana White needs to be more. Again, I don't think that's. I think he was right, bro. I don't think that's what he meant. Why do you think Nazim Sadikov fight next? He's an awesome fighter. I like him. Wasn't he just TKO'd by um Matthias Camilo? Merely stoppage, sure, but I don't know. I don't know what you do with him now. Because I thought he was in a really, really, really good position. And then he started to lose. So I don't really know where you put him, to be honest. 10-7. I mean, Giles pulled out last minute against Holland because he fainted and fell down the stairs. Oh, really? Fuck. I didn't know he fell. I knew he fainted. I didn't know he fell down the stairs. That's crazy. He TKO'd by Brazilian. He got KO'd by Faraz Zayam, too. Yeah, Matthias Camilo, and then he was elbow by Faraz Zayam. Yeah. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, I'm on my ninth Budweiser beer. Torrent, Jesus Christ. Are you not working tomorrow? Nazim is fun. You keep him around for when you need a slugfest banger. You're damn right about that. You are correct about that. That guy is fun as hell. Like his war with Nicholas Moda. Huh, huh. Oh, good googly moogly. Nah, no work tomorrow? Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's great. 10-7. Do you get these interviews and stuff because you using Instagram? Is that what's going on? Is that how you get them? Is Instagram? Is that something I gotta get? remember, remember Brady Heisted? Where that fighter been? I think he's been injured. Jesus, yeah, I think he's been injured. So, I thought he beat Dana Batgarel, which I thought was an incredibly early stoppage. Um, but yeah, he's been injured. How old are you? I'll be 32. I feel like this year has been weak. What are we thinking for fight of the year so far? Ooh, wasn't there one earlier that should have been fight of the year? Oh man, there was one earlier this year that we keep forgetting happened in 2026. Oh, there's 100% one. Or I mean, there's a couple for sure. Ha 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 ha. You look 42. Okay. Usually I Instagram, yes. Also made some connections in the MMA world. That's fucking awesome, man. That is awesome. Um, fight of the year. Well, it's not Ankalaev Guskov, that's for sure. Taporia Justin Gaethje's probably fight of the year. I mean, that fight was just unbelievable. But I know there was other good fights as well, potential fight of the year fights. But, yeah, Blades Hockett, that's also this year as well. I don't like it because, yeah. I like Mason Jones versus Exo Solo. That's another really good one. Thank you so much for pulling that one out. John Lineker could be on his way back to UFC. He's going to be fighting the featherweight division. I don't think that's good. He's 36 years old. I took like the biggest. Okay. Lineker will be the shortest featherweight at 5'3". How has Brady been injured for 2 years? Just lingering injuries. It should have been Mason Jones, Drew Dober. You're fucking right about that, Colostrum. We haven't. It still could happen. Still could happen. Marab Yan 2. That's the fight of a life, bro. Close to Conor Khabib. Marab Yan 2 will be fight of the year. Marab by spinning back fist round 5. Could you imagine? That'd be crazy. Joshua Van versus Tajuya Taylor is underrated. That's a great fight as well. That's a great fight as well. Yes. It's hard to remember sometimes because, like I said, I'm in mode of like reading comments and all that stuff. It's hard to remember. Imagine John Lineker at 55. That'd be insane. Oh my gosh. Marab Yan 2 has already happened. I think he was meaning 3 as well. Oh. 3, sorry. Yeah, you're good. You're good. He means Marab Yan 3. I know I'm the biggest Marab Glazer around. No, you're good. You're good. I wasn't a huge Marab guy, and then at some point he kind of just got me. So it's kind of like the DDP thing. Wasn't a huge DDP guy, and then he got me. Honestly, Joe Piper versus Adesanya was really fun fight before the finish. And as a fight, Adesanya was fucking winning. Islam versus Gary is the biggest fight than Marab, Jan Marab. It's bigger than Marab. I don't think so. Piper finished him in the third. Yeah. And again, Izzy was doing well before that. It's ugh. Ugh. Marab Pantoja, 2 guys called as champions for day 1. Always amazing to see those guys become champs. 100%. 100%. That's how I felt like with Conde getting robbed of his belt when he beat Lawler, I thought pretty clearly. I watched that guy from the WEC when he was a champion there. And I was like, that guy's going to be a champ. Should have been. It was the second Piper finished him. Did he finish him in the second? I thought it went to a third round. Tirmov Loner, I tear him off. Dude, that speed's killer. And then he's gonna fight a striker. Whew. Whew. So is Oliveira Arm official? I haven't seen no official on it. Crap, I missed it. Oh yeah, Piper. Loner's gonna be a good man. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It was 2. You're right. It was at the end of the second round. Oh gosh. I thought it was official. Everyone was talking about it like that. Yeah, everyone's talking about it, but yeah, no. About tickets here to watch Shogun and Glover Teixeira in a boxing match. It's gonna be fun. Ugh. 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 Wouldn't do that. Joe is so cringe. Rip Izzy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Joe's incredibly cringe. Like he's like his post fight. I felt like I was gonna do this. I cheated on my girl. It's like, dude, you fucking suck. Ugh. Ugh. How more cringy could you be? Ugh. God. I've never been a Joe Piper guy. Never. Piper Kaio. That's a winnable fight for Piper. Don't do that. Philly dirtbag. Leon is still in the top 10. They're going to feed him to a nasty prospect soon to get him in the top 10. Again, Medic. Who should Chaos Williams fight next? He's so back. I'm a big Chaos guy. I like Chaos a lot. I did think he lost against Rodolfo, Rolando, I think his name is. Bandoya, I think it is. Um, Chaos. The problem is I don't think his style is he's gonna go very far because of that style. I just think that's figured out a little bit more now. Beat Nikilov, which okay, I keep forgetting he's 170, right? Yeah, he's 170. He, he needs to kind of hurry up a little bit. Let's go about 20s. He already fought Rude Boy. He could fight Dalby. Could fight Patterson. That'd be a great fight. Could get Jeff Neal to test him where he's at. Kevin Holland, KS Williams. You could do that. If Armin Charles official, then Ilya Justin rematch going to happen? No. Carlos Williams versus Gene Paul. Ooh, that's a great one. I thought Gene Paul lost his last one, but yeah. JDM, Chaos Williams. That's an incredible fight. Torn, who we act like Chaos is. He's a fun fighter, but I don't know if he's beating JDM. Yeah, I think Chaos like Jeff Neal, Kevin Holland. Those are fun matchups. Gene Paul versus Michael Oliveira. Oh, good googly. Dude, that right hand, that 1-2 right down the pipe is there for Michael Oliveira against Gene Paul all day. I thought Gene Paul was going to be a monster coming off the Contender Series. He's been anything but a monster. Anything but a monster. Mike Oliveira looks scary. Yes, he does. KS should have stepped in short notice to fight Chidi at 3:30, but they choose Joel Alvarez. Yeah, I might put Alvarez as a lock. I don't see Chidi winning that, and I'm a big fan of Chidi in Injikwani. For one, his nickname's incredible. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Incredible. His voice is unbelievable. It's awesome. But yeah, JDM, Gabriel Bonfim, who do I have? I don't, I don't know how JDM wins that with his. I don't know. Who would you pick between Kevin Holland and Chaos Williams? Kevin Holland. I think Williams has a puncher's chance, but with that style, I just think there's so many openings for Kevin Holland. Chaos versus Chitty is a banger. Oh, yeah. With Chitty's incredible technical striking and then Chaos's wild power. Oh, my God. Yeah. How does Kevin Holland, Chaos Williams go? Chaos always looking to blitz Holland, probably catching Holland a few times, and then Holland kind of doing what he did to Santiago. I see. They're all on steroids. What's up, Shiloh? Has Chitty ever been finished? Yes, he has. He was TKO'd by RoboCop. I'd lick Holland. I'd like Holland Horn, but Chaos has dumb power. Yep. And he's not technical even a little bit. Alvarez is a finisher. Oh yeah, unless you have grappling. Pick no. The D Rod versus Chaos. That's a fun fight too. How old is Mike Oliveira? What, 27? Right? 28. Yep. KS puts out D Rod worse. Worse than Usyk? I mean, Medic? No. 30 seconds? No. JDM's biggest disappointment? I mean, not really. He lost to Islam and fucking Carlos Prates. Bro's in his prime. No, his prime is 32. Like this 4 years, this is his time. Like 32 is a athlete, UFC athlete, like MMA athlete, fighter athlete's prime. Up to 32. Like 30, 32. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I need to get a freaking Instagram so that I can so I can talk to some fighters and stuff. I'd love to do that. Euros bomb theme. Jesus Christ. I don't know how Euros gets close enough to bomb theme. That's a fight I would pick. I would want Euros to win. Not faster, but only out cleaner. That's true. That's true. Bro, what do you mean everybody was saying Islam gonna lose to him? What the fuck are you talking about, Taporia? Who's everybody? Anyone on the actual MMA community knew Islam was gonna run through JDM. Yeah, no. I wasn't worried at all for Islam in that fight. God dang. Bisbee said that. I don't care what Bisbee says. A lot of people are picking Gary. Shocking. It's absolutely shocking. I'm curious to see how Islam does with the movement. I don't think Gary wins, but I'm curious. Everyone I know picked Islam. Yeah, me versus you. Okay, Caden. Sterling versus Abdul Rahman for the belt one day. That'd be crazy. Gary gets subbed in 2. There you go. Do you think Protez has a good chance for Islam? I think he has a better chance than Gary because he throws punches, but he's also a little bit more susceptible to takedowns because he throws knees. He does throw straights. So it just depends on how he can defend. If he can make Islam work, but still defend and not get finished. Usman should get a title shot immediately. No. 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 That'd be nuts. If I'm not mistaken, Usman also picked JDM. Of course he did. I've seen too many fights with JDM getting taken down and struggling to get back up, or at the last second getting up. Sorry, if Islam gets those positions, he's going to control you or he's going to finish you. Honestly, JDM is lucky he just controlled him. Trump in 2028. Okay. Ow. Shit, man, we've been doing some long streams lately. Really appreciate you guys for sure. JDM lost all stock to me when he robbed Bazel Hafez. I didn't think that fight was a robbery at all. The only offense that Hafez had in that was JDM pulling guillotines and Bazil on top of him. I thought it was a very clean win for JDM. Again, it only looked weird because JDM kept pulling guillotine. Will IO finish Alonzo? I think he should, but if you brawl with Alonzo, he can catch you and beat you. I want to see Kevin Vallejos versus Lerone Murphy. Usman is carrying himself as if he were in his prime. You're right about that. Why are you live yet? Torn, peace out. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Never said Trump and 2028. Uh Trump and 2028. I literally read what you said. What the fuck? It's time. Yep. I'm about to take my behind to bed. Appreciate you, Torn. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, I mean he's lucky Islam could break his arm. Yeah, absolutely. Who should Diego Lopez fight? Ah, I don't really know who he should fight if he's moving up to 55 because that division is fucking weird when it comes to like fighters moving up or anything like that. Um, let's see. 55. It's Diego Lopez. He's fought for a title 2 times, so he's gonna get somebody in the top 10 at least. Benoit, Ruffy, Lopez, Ruffy, Lopez Viziv. I'm gonna say Rafael Viziv versus Diego Lopez. JDM needs to win up bad. Give him a layup at this point. Brazil landed a few good shots on the feet, but JDM won that. Yeah. Kevin Vallejos beat Taporia. Yep, Menafield is maybe the lowest IQ fighter in the UFC. Correct. With stupid power. Stupid power. I want to see Usman versus Shavkat too. Man without knee. Okay. Vallejos versus Zalal. Again, the speed, the power of Vallejos. I think it would be a little bit too much for Zalal. Zalal doesn't get hit, but the speed of Vallejos might be an issue. God, my fucking nose. My beard. Ah, Jesus. Lopez Max is fun. Lopez BSD is a banger. Yeah, that's a good one. I think Lopez starches BSD. Max could make that fight look easy. And we're like, God damn, Max is good. But Kevin Vallejos is nobody. Okay. I think Kevin is going to be a future champ. Potentially. Potentially. I'm not sold yet. Beating Emmett and beating Giga doesn't really do it for me, but we'll see. Lopez Mercado and Ortega versus Dariush. I love Ortega versus Dariush. That would be awesome. Marcio needs a new opponent. Yes, he does. I hope they get him one, please. Zalal definitely loses against Vallejos. He was getting hit left to right against Aljo, and Aljo's a weird striker. That's, yeah. I want to see Kevin get a big win and get the Gene Silva win back. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm shocked that Gene Silva beat Kevin Vallejos. Shocked. Ortega needs to retire. Yeah. I am happy that he's moving up. But yeah. JDM is working in the mines in Perth. He's done. We need Lopez versus Max 2. Skinny Bum Volk owns him. Them? Okay. The hell does that mean? Kevin Vallejos versus Aljo. Eyes. See how he deals with the grappling. I mean, that's a great way to find out, Warboy. That's a great way to find out. Vallejos was a tough fight for Silva on the Contender Series. Yeah, absolutely was. Absolutely. Kevin only lost to Gene because he was like 20 then. Gene was a grown man. I mean, I think Gene's just now 30. I'm biggest Max hater, bro. Okay. Aljo Larone is perfect. I agree with you. Again, I thought Aljo beat Mavzar. in their fight. I thought he won. Max Ruffy, that'd be so much fun. But again, it's another like Yair fight for Max. I thought Max pretty handled it pretty well. Thought he clearly won. Um, yeah. Staying up late tonight, streaming nice. That's what's up, bro. Maybe I'll get my blue wrench soon. You know what, Josh? You put in a lot of work. I got you. I got you, buddy. Appreciate you. I still can't believe Bum Max made 10 million from the Conor fight. Okay. Yeah, Dong might beat Umar. I'm convinced. I think Umar is going to control him. I think Aljo won that too. Should be Aljo Volk. You did. You're the first person that's actually agreed that actually thought Aljo won that. And that's not a diss to Mavzar. It was an incredible match. I love that match. But yeah, I thought Aljo won. But I also wanted to see Mavzar fight Volk. We keep seeing Volk fight strikers. I want to watch him fight a grappler like Aljo, like Mavzar. Aljo Larone would be boring as fuck. Oh yeah, because Larone gets stuck in position sometimes and he doesn't have urgency to get out. Umar is minus 500 for Song Yadong. Umar winning, but damn, those odds are shit. Yeah, they're shit. Shit odds. It makes people bet on the underdog. Because why wouldn't you? Minus 500? Come on. I think Mavzar beats Volk. I do too. Mavzar landed some ground and pound against Aljo, though. That's true. That's true. But I don't think some ground and pound wins you a fight, you know? His chain wrestling is real. Yeah. Striking good too. Yep. He outstruck Larone. He beat Larone at his own game. And then when he brought in the grappling, he did really well. I was really impressed with what he did in that fight. Really impressed. I think Mavzar beats Volk only if they fight in Abu Dhabi. Otherwise, Volk tunes him up. Really? I want to know how Volk does with that grappling, because I think Mavzar is going to get in those hips or on those hips a lot quicker than he did on Larone. I want Hamzat rematch against Strickland. I'm not against it if it happens. I think Connor just come promote his energy drink. Yeah, yeah. Volk dominates. Mavzar dominates. Aljo won the wrestling positions, but Mavzar got more strikes on the ground. Very close and fun fight. Fair enough. Fair enough. Volk dealt with Islam's grappling. Volk is gonna outclass Mavzar. Ooh, I don't know about outclass because we can say he dealt with Islam's grappling, sure, but like round 4, I think it was, Islam controlled him for 5 minutes, had his back for 5 minutes. You can say he didn't submit him, but I don't know if Islam was trying to submit him. Like I think he was controlling him for that round. And I think that's the same thing Mavzar could do in times. I think he could win a 3-2. I don't know if he could submit Volk, but I think he could win a 3-2 like that. Because the rounds that Islam clearly won, he clearly wins. But yeah, I thought. Um, but yeah, fair enough. Volk by split. There you go. Mavzar beats Tapori at 45. No. What loser on the White House card will be back stronger in your opinion? Taporia. Damian Panas versus Roman Kopylov. I mean, that is absolutely the fight to make. That is a beautiful fight, Colostrum. Exactly. Mavzar isn't as big as Islam. That's true. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Hillbilly. Bro, currently, I think Armin Sayukin is the best lightweight player. What do you think? No. Who's he beating? 49-46 in America for Volk, 48-47 Mavzar in Abu Dhabi. Fair enough. That's fair. I can't believe Mavzar got 0 finishes in the UFC. Even his first couple fights against nobodies, he didn't finish them. That's fair. Armin is distracted by Nina. Ugh. I can't believe Bet Sam pretended to not know you. Oh, you seen that, mister? That was hilarious. Which, again, I don't think everybody should know me. I think that'd be incredibly big-headed of me. But he seemed nice guy. I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy. Damien is way bigger than Gautier. Fair enough. Ateba, oh yeah. Yeah. Potentially better than Ateba. Yeah. Middleweight has nasty prospects. Damian Panas, Pasanganai, Ateba. Yep. I think Volk beats Mavzar easily. I want to believe that Mavzar wins. wins, and I would be going Mavs. I just don't see him beating Volk. That's fair. That's fair. Again, I'm. It's like the same thing with Gary and Islam. I wanted to see Islam fight Gary because of the footwork. We keep seeing strikers against Volkanovski. I want to see him fight a grappler. Is the UFC sphere even a good investment anymore? I don't think so. Makaski, Costa versus Vallejos, book it. That'd be sick. Oh God. Could we do Lyron Douglas versus Vallejos or Costa? Oof. Armin isn't best lightweight, but he's top three. Okay. I find it hard to believe Volk will dominate Mavzar. I think he'll win, but it won't be be an easy fight. Lopez was a great stylistic matchup for Volkanovski return, but Mavzar is a different story. Potentially, for sure. I think Kyle Dawkins took a dive and will chin Shara on his comeback. LOL. I don't know if he'll chin Shara Magomedov. Um, I don't know. I don't know. That fight was weird. I didn't even agree with the stand up. Casa just lost. How does he deserve Vallejos? That's fair. You could do Vallejos, Lyron Douglas. Who do you think Basanganai Serkinov fights next? I don't know. There's so many higher ranked guys. He just fought fucking Julius Walker. I don't know. He's in a very weird position. I just want to see it. It's fair. We've forgotten what Volk did to Chad Mendez. That's a wrestler. He was also dropped by Chad Mendez. That was a long time ago. And also, he's a wrestler, 10-7, but I don't think he's even close to the grappler that Mavzar is. Volk got dropped by Brian Ortega. I wouldn't even be surprised if Mavzar KOs Volk. That's crazy. Whoa. That's a crazy take. Hot take. I would like to see UFC return to Sphere, but I don't see that happening either. No. Dana said it's not. It was too much money. Marcio Barboza versus Christian Rodriguez. Oh, good. Googly moogly. Ooh. Can you give Barboza Amir Hyder? Can we just throw Amir Hyder back in there? No, I'm talking about middleweight, Basanganai Serkinov, the Russian middleweight, the train with Hamzat. Oh, okay, that guy. Yeah, I don't know who he should fight, to be honest. Sphere was sick. He was sick, yes. Drakas dropped Michelle Pereira and then Pereira dropped Shara. It's a cycle. No, you can't do MMA math. It doesn't work like that. I think that's the only way Mobzar can win that fight, but I don't see that happening either. That's fair. He got dropped, but still won the fight. Mobzar ain't have Taporia KO power. Volk can eat those shots. I think you'd be surprised what he can eat, what he can't eat. But potentially. Potentially. Mm. Bro, my favorite is Armin. Fair enough. Ilya was as much as a minus 1,000 favorite against Gaethje. Yeah, that's again on paper. If he doesn't fight Gaethje as an idiot, I still think he beats him. Volk chin is cracked. I don't know. Volk said it. The only way you beat me is by catching me. Islam and Volk are special fighters. Almost impossible to beat by decision. Fair enough. Yes. What? Volk has been dropped like 15 times in his UFC. Otherwise, Mabzar will dominate. Trust. Dominates crazy. Dominates crazy. Win 3-2? Maybe. Fight comes down to a fifth round? Potentially, Mabzar could win. I don't think he dominates. I don't think he finishes. Ilya only lost against Justin because he went out there with a bad game plan. Yeah, he went out there to brawl with Gaethje to put on a show. He went out there and fought him like he would fight Dan Hooker. Exactly. Even Max couldn't beat Volk by decision. I bet you my house on Volk. Well, I thought Max won the second fight clearly against Volkanovski. Dropped him 3 times in the first 2 rounds. That's not a good example. He has not been dropped 15 times. The two KOs. Oh, Mendez, Max, Diego, twice. 6 drops, no. Mendez, 3 times by Max. So that's 4. A couple drops by Diego. So yeah, it's 6, 7, yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. Who would win, Charles versus Volk? I would go Charles. Volk almost knocked out Islam in the second match, but unfortunately he lost. In the second fight, I don't remember Volk almost knocking out Islam. What? Okay, Jones. Max doesn't eat buffalo meat like Mobzar eats vegan Whopper. Yikes. I'm Evolve will get the belt from Strickland. Maybe if he gets the title shot. What if the book Makosa Acosta against Vallejos? That's an incredible fight. I'd like Vallejos for sure. Leka versus who? See, now this is a prospect I like. Let's do Leka versus Rakic. He's a heavyweight. Let's do that. Get Rakic the fuck out of here. Yeah, Max, I believe, won the second fight. Also, Volk got lucky with that win. Oh, yeah. I thought he won the first 3 rounds. Again, he dropped him 3 times in the first 2. Even Islam writers know Ilya is a better man in the cage. I think Islam beats Ilya. I've always have. Charles now. Volk would have beat him at his peak. Fair enough. I think Volk maybe at his peak, but I think Charles at his peak beats Volk. That makes sense. Damian Panas versus Izzy. That would be brutal. That would be brutal. No, Islam knocked Volk out fast in the second fight. Yeah, I was confused about that. Rakic sucks. Maybe if he KO Tybora, I would have liked him more. No, because he should have KO Tabora. He didn't. How do we get Ming Yang Zhang back on track? You give him less opponent than Johnny Walker and Rakic. Not Rakic, I'm sorry, Reyes. Sorry. Do you think Tom would beat John? Not at all. Islam would have head kicked Taporia. And feed on the ground, Islam is better than Ilya. All right, y'all. I'm out. Good night. 10-7. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. I think Volk won that second fight. Max took an incredible shot to the head in a total of 3 matches. I think Volk won that. You didn't watch the second fight then. UFC has more followers on Instagram than the fake WWE. Good. Rakic is trash. Correct. Zhang is awesome, maybe mid fighter, but always puts exciting fights. Yes. I think Reyes even chins Zhang. Ooh, God, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. It's a little after 3 a.m. here for me. Islam would head kicked is funny as I laughed out loud, dude, is delusional. Yeah. Nah, Zhang chins Reyes. Should for sure. Zhang Yakev. Oh, good God. Jacoby Zhang. You could do Jacoby. No, the guy that just knocked out Jacoby. You could do him versus Zhang. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But I do appreciate you guys so much. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Zhang is easy for Yakev. I do appreciate you guys though. I will be back. Again, it's a little after 3 a.m., a long stream. On the feet, Islam is better. Okay. Zhang is good. He just gets reckless. Yeah, 100%. It's 100% what it is. He brawled with Menefield. The only way Menefield can win, he brawled with him. Hillbilly, I hope you have a good night, buddy. I really appreciate you. Foodie, thank you so much. Supporter, thank you. Dens, stay safe. I appreciate you so much for being here. 10-7, have a good night. I appreciate you guys so much. I will be back. Make sure you guys click the playlist, even if you're going to sleep. Click the playlist of UFC Vegas 120, hit that like button, and just let it play.